You're live. Hey, hey. All right. So Paul will be here momentarily. We are here for, wow, was it week 4? 4 weeks in a row. In some circles, that's considered to be a month. So, look at that. Resident Evil 2. I'm just going to spam the Facebooks, the social medias, and all that. We will get started momentarily. Paul is on his way.
Nice.
Cool. All right. So,
this is a nice weekly thing.
we're getting there. 4 weeks straight. I dig it. That counts as a month, right?
That's
Usually
totally
a month is usually 4 weeks. For those coming in, I apologize. I haven't looked at the chat yet. Going ahead and spamming this on all my networks here. For those of you who are on, thank you for joining us yet again for another week.
What's up, Dwayne?
We apologize for being a little later than normal.
Yeah, did so much stuff today.
Busy night. But, okay, here we go.
Rody. What's up, Punisher? What's up, Krusty Dusty?
What's up, guys? Alright, so tweets.
I think if I don't mess around, I think I could beat it tonight.
Messing around. So you're admitting you're messing around?
I'm not purposely messing around. It's more so I just don't know what I'm doing. But I got the wolf medal. I can get rid of the valve. Just jumping right in. Buster, Michael, what's up, guys?
What is up, guys? I will catch up with the chat momentarily. I'm just spamming Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, my grandparents, my parents, everybody. Telling them all. Just drop what you're doing right now and catch us on YouTube. But how was your week been, guys? I know we haven't seen you guys since last Tuesday. 4 weeks in a row, so I think we're on a good streak. Knock on wood. But if all goes well, Paul will make significant progress, and if he does really good, there's a chance he may actually beat this tonight. I don't know. But we'll see how it goes.
Does anybody remember where I needed to do?
Well, you were in the sewers.
Oh, so I do need the valve.
Yes. One of these doors was where you fought William Birkin on that balcony type thing, and then the other door led to the sewers, right?
I think I could ditch the crossbow.
I mean, you do have a lot of grenade, but how much handgun ammo do you have?
45. Oh, 30, whatever.
I think for now, because you're going to see spiders. I mean, you're going to see zombies, but you may see some lickers. It's your call.
So, fun fact, since you guys are all on the topic of ladies, fun fact, out of all of my viewers on YouTube, 3.9% of them are women.
Hey! Shout out to the 0.9%. Not even a full woman.
No, 3.9.
I know. But shout out to the 0.9.
Oh.
Like whoever that woman is who is not a full-fledged woman, according to YouTube's analytics.
She's 90% woman.
She's 90%. How about that?
Should I go down the ladder?
Well, that's where you fought William Birkin, I believe.
Man.
Then that should lead you to the sewers.
Or should I go to the elevator?
I don't know. Unless the elevator should bring you to where Leon was, I think. That hallway where he was all bandaged up.
Wait, Silver Crest? What are you talking about? There's no Silver Crest.
Oh, wait. Maybe you haven't been here.
I have not been here.
Okay. Oh, You need a lighter.
Why would I go in my inventory thinking I have had that?
So you need to go back up, get your lighter. Instagram. This is hard to promote.
Michael.
Whoops. Left my flash on. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to blind you.
Alright, so we got the lighter. We're gonna go do that. So Punisher, I only have the wolf medallion. I don't know where the eagle medallion is. But I'm assuming I need both of those to get into the laboratory like I did with Leon. And hopefully it'll be around somewhere around here.
Now remember, when you did this as Leon, there was a zombie around here that you carelessly ran into because he was off screen. So just be mindful that it may be possible that he's here again.
My inventory's now full. Should I go ditch the lighter? I totally should.
Well, there's another dark corner, so you're going to need it again. Another lamp on the left.
Punisher, I knew what you were talking about.
What's up, Punisher?
I don't know what it is. Wolf medallion, metal medallion. So it appears like this room is just some... I got some grenade shells that I can't pick up. So it looks like I gotta go to the elevator.
Well, you should pick up, stash a few items, come back down, get what you need, put it back in the trunk.
Oh yeah,
that way
of
it's
course.
all in one spot.
I gotta go. My loadout's full. So Frank, I don't know. I just didn't hit him up this week. He didn't hit me up.
I was actually wondering because I was when I was at work, I was like, I wonder if Frank's gonna be there tonight. But I guess not. I thought maybe he was like, oh, I'm a YouTube star now. Come on in.
I'm not even.
But no, he was not here, unfortunately.
My channel's not going to give you that much clout.
But
that's what he was hoping for. He was,
you know
he
what?
was wrong.
I have him on my phone, so I'll shoot him a text. Be like, the chat's asking about you. You failed them. You blew it. But thank any of you who are here for now. Many of you obviously are repeat viewers. For continuing to hang out with us on Tuesday nights. Again, 4 weeks in a row. I think we're doing a good thing here.
So, Krusty, this is going faster than I thought. By a little bit. And Punisher, which Resident Evil game you get for GameCube?
I'm done spamming the social medias.
Michael says Frank couldn't handle the YouTube fame.
I'm going to text him that now, actually. Let's see.
Nah, it's like, with my house, like, I do a lot of stuff, so I don't really reach out to anybody. I just let people hit me up, and then I just say, come over. And then that's really it. That's how that happens.
Yeah, it's kind of like, if you ever saw Married with Children, like those sitcoms where like the neighbors just come in and they don't even knock. It's kind of that with Paul. Like people come in, do their thing, leave. I think I'm the only one right now is like I'm on a schedule. We're like Tuesday nights, Resident Evil.
Well, that's because we got the live stream going.
Because we got that going, yeah. But there were some other people here before. You know, some retro gaming arts related activities.
Sup, Vigigamer? So, yeah, no, Frank's cool. Like, I like Frank. I want him to come back.
It's Ada I'm worried about.
It's Ada.
I want to try to get some other third persons in here on the stream every once in a while.
Yeah, so that's in the works. Tentatively, possibly next stream. We shall see. But
I want it to be like me and Alda all the time, and then like we'll always have like a third person too. different person every time. And then some repeat persons, like Frank will come back. Just tell Frank to come over right now. Like, what does he live, like, a block away?
I don't even know, but I just shot him a text, and I specifically said, the chat is asking about you, Frank. You failed them.
Just tell him to come over. Like, he's a block away. Like, it's no big deal. I just realized that.
But let me catch up on the chat now. I apologize for not doing a good job moderating here. So let
Imposter Zim, what up? Oh,
Michael said that. So, oh yeah, Imposter Zim, hey, what's going on? What's up, Vigigamer? What's up, Krusty, Michael Ornata, Punisher? You guys are all cool people. Thank you for hanging out with us again on a Tuesday night. Imposter was like, finally, Tuesdays. Wow. I hope it's not for us. You're like, finally. If it is, then that's really humbling. Thank you for that we entertain you so much. For me, I look forward to Tuesdays because of my job, I don't get to play like at all. So at least here I'm playing through vicariously through Paul and getting to chat with all you guys too.
What did you mean by that? Does Sherry have the G sample?
Sherry has the G virus.
Oh, the plot thickens.
So my buddy Clark came over today, and dude just pops in. He comes in, he looks at my games, and he's like, he pulls out a game that he really wants to play. He's like, oh, I love this game. I really I want to play it. And then he puts in Code Veronica and starts playing it.
Oh no! Spoilers! Hello.
I was like, put it on mute. I was over there, so like I didn't.
Don't
see
pay
anything.
attention. Oh my god! I didn't know he did that. Ugh.
He was like, it's fine. I'm gonna skip all the cutscenes. I just want to shoot some stuff.
So we got some humbling comments here. Punisher, we wait all week for this. Am I right? Michael says it's worth waiting, and I look forward to this stream. Paul has that impact.
Thank you.
Look at that! Wow.
There's plenty of other games I've never played too.
Don't leave Aldo hanging. Imposter Zim says, actually, yes, I'm at my job thinking about Tuesday. LOL. Wow. Me and you in the same boat. I'm at my job. I'm like, man, can't wait for 7-8 o'clock to roll around. We get the stream going. I get to relax on this couch, not sink in.
Honestly, me too. Like I look forward to it a lot because kind of like how Aldo said, he doesn't get to play too much games. I mean, I play some games, but I don't get to play too much games.
Mm-hmm. And this is kind of like that dedicated slot, that time slot where...
And it's like, no matter what else I got to do, like I hustled all day to get everything done to do this, so like, that feels really good.
The sacrifices he does for you, motley crew of viewers, wow. Unbelievable.
It wasn't a sacrifice, I just had to...
I'm trying to make it sound more epic than it is.
I just had to wake up and immediately start hustling.
Punisher, what did you guys think of my recreation of Raccoon Police Department in Minecraft? So last
week,
week,
that was crazy.
After the stream, Paul fired it up on YouTube, and
that was crazy. It was huge. It was
massive.
It
was gigantic.
It was like to scale. Like, did you make that to scale?
I believe you did. How long did that take you?
Seriously,
5 years? I mean,
right?
I don't know, but okay. Remember, with Leon,
this is where the alligator popped out of the wall.
And you have no weapons, so you might.
I'll be okay.
See, already he's jumping the gun. All right, look at this. Already, see, Michael, what munchies are for today? Look at see that?
You didn't bring anything.
I did, but it's back there. So I'm a little light today. I bought a Crunch Bar. I bought and Kit Kats. That's it. But I got my Mountain Dew, and I don't know about where you guys live. The Livewire. We seldomly see it here. They had it. I had to pick it up. I was like, wow, I haven't had this in a long time. Extreme close-up of the food required. It's just a Crunch Bar and Kit Kats. I don't think it's really anything special. Cross9. Hey, what's going on, Cross9? Thank you for coming on. He says, hey, good to see you guys streaming again. Yeah, we're trying to get this into a rhythm. We're 4 weeks in, 4 weeks straight on Tuesday. So that's a month, right? We could safely say that's a month. So from going in the beginning to like, I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know.
Oh my god, my inventory's full, and I'm about to pick up the wolf medal.
Well, yeah, you have too many healing items, and a diary too. Vidgamer says, dude, trying to fit gaming into everyday life can be a legit struggle. I feel like indie and retro games lend themselves better to my available free time. That's true, especially when you get older. You know, you have a job, you have maybe other responsibilities of family or other obligations that you need to see through. And when you get done with that, you're like, man, okay, do I do the smart thing and sleep, or do I play video games? So,
should I just eat this green herb just so I can...
It won't let you eat it because you're on green.
So I gotta go back.
It's not that far.
The teacher... I go to this high school once a week or however often. Like, I talk to the kids about how to fix electronics and stuff. And, like, the teacher who does everything with me, he's, like, a real cool dude. He's, like, into, like, retro gaming. And, like, he, like, plays all the old stuff, plays the new stuff. And, you know, we always talk, and I'm like, what games do you even play? And he's like, I only play shooters. I'm like, why? Is that your favorite genre? He's like, no. He's like, because I'm old and, like, I don't have, like, time to, like, invest into a video game. He's like, I'm busy all day, and, like, finally at the end of the day, I only got, like, 20 minutes to relax. He's like, so I just play 20 minutes of a shooter, and then I go to bed. He's like, and I do that every day, and he's like, and I'm perfectly happy with it. So, like, even with, like, how, like, Vidgamer said, you know, indie or retro games, like, fits better for his schedule, that's an example of how retro games fit.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have Punisher responding about how long it took him to build the RPD in Minecraft. Took me roughly 7 months, a few hours a week, but not every day to recreate the RPD. I also started to recreate the mansion from Resident Evil 1.
Ooh, that would be sick.
That would be sick.
I wonder if I'd get lost in that.
Are you talking about the PlayStation mansion or the remake GameCube mansion? Two very different things. So be curious to see which one you are doing.
I bet you he's doing PS1.
That's the safe guess, but it may be the game, because the GameCube mansion in the storyline, it is the canon mansion. It is the officially recognized one.
Really?
Yeah, the GameCube, the PlayStation one is no longer, the events that happen in that one are no longer considered to be canon. That's the GameCube one now is canon.
Really?
Yep. Let's see.
That's...
I mean...
Can't do that.
The GameCube one, it's not like totally different, but there are some minor differences here and there.
So I don't need like a lot of this.
Nerd
stuff.
Strategy says he's watching us while he packs. Where you going?
Where you going, Nerd Strategy? What's up, man?
Michael Aldo, a suggestion for you: some holiday Little Debbie's, Valentine's, and then some mini donuts, Cherry Glacier Power. Wow, are you trying to give me diabetes, man? No, it's not good. You guys should be telling me bean sprouts and asparagus and broccoli, something, right?
Yeah,
even though I did have donuts earlier because I did buy Dunkin' Donuts for my coworkers. So, and everything, all the donuts there now they have really corny like Valentine's Day names. So like instead of Boston Cream, it's Boston Dream.
Oh my god.
Instead of just a jelly donut, it's like heart full of jelly, and they're all heart shaped now. It's really corny. Like if you're gonna buy your significant other Dunkin' Donuts, like she's gonna leave you. Like, come on, that's not really like romantic. Come on. Okay, so Punisher is doing the remake mansion. Oh, see. I'm gonna redo it since I effed up and chose to make it on a flat world. Imposter Zim says time doesn't matter when it comes to gaming. With my schedule, I must have been playing Star Ocean Second Evolution 15 minutes a day. By the way, Frank was cool. I will tell him that. I did shoot him a couple texts and I said, you failed to chat. So.
Oh, wow. I never even picked up these flame rounds before because my inventory was full.
Oh, really? Did you read the... Oh, this is the other place. Never mind.
Yeah. I gotta put this up.
Punisher says, I used to play RE4 Mercenaries mode every morning before school.
I don't know what
Which,
Mercenaries mode is,
Yeah,
but
so he has no idea.
I'm guessing it's like arranged.
It has nothing to do with the story. It's an unlockable mode when you beat the campaign. It's basically you are stuck in these mini maps, and it's horde mode. So like an endless wave of enemies keeps coming,
That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
and there's a timer, and you have to kill them all within the time limit.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Not with the time limit, but you kill them all, and depending on how long it took, you get graded, and you can unlock extra weapons or extra costumes and other bonus stuff by doing it. Which one was your favorite? Mine's, I liked the Krauser. I like Leon. How about the Super Chainsaw, huh? Oh. Man, what was it? The oil refinery or the water oil rig or whatever? Oh man, that was crazy. Where he just jumps like 50 feet. Did not see that coming.
Ooh, I'm gonna get into the laboratory.
You read that file, right?
No, not yet.
No?
I'm gonna get into the laboratory. Sewer Manager Diary. It's been a while, but I saw Don today and we talked after completing our work. He told me he had been sick and in bed until yesterday. It really doesn't come as much of a surprise given how long he's been working here. He was sweating like a horse and kept scratching his body while we were talking. I asked if he was hot, but he just looked at me funny. What's wrong with him anyway? Chief Irons has been visiting the lab quite often lately. I don't know what he's doing over there, but he always looks grim. The expression on his face has been even more unsettling than usual. My guess is that it's because of Dr. Birkin's impossible requests. The chief has my sympathies, though. After all he's done for the town, he doesn't deserve this. I rarely drink because I'm on the graveyard shift, but I don't suppose I have much to complain about since this is how I make my living. Chief Irons came in late today, looking grimmer than you...
It's the same one, right? Oh, no. It's a little different.
Just throw me through a loop.
Yeah, it's like deja vu, right?
Yeah. Chief Irons came in late today, looking grimmer than his usual self. I tried to joke with him to cheer him up, but he wasn't amused. He pulled his gun and then threatened to shoot me. I was able to calm him down, but that guy must have some serious problem. He knows he can't enter the lab without my help and my medal. This is what it means for the chief to serve and protect. William informed me that the police and the media have begun their investigation on Umbrella's affairs. He said that the investigation will be citywide and that there is a possibility they'll even search through the sewers. He asked me to suspend all Umbrella's sewer facility operations until the investigation has concluded. The sewer will still be used for passage, but he stressed that I have to be extremely cautious and that I lose my job if anyone finds out about this operation.
Keep it on the down low. Punisher, you
And he
said...
got shot in the head. Look at the blood splatter.
Just for being a good worker. Wow. Leon and blank all the way. Village was your favorite stage. Isn't it? So the funny thing about Resident Evil 4, without going into any really spoilers, but the enemies, some of the enemies speak Spanish. So I'm Spanish, so it was a real kick to hear them curse at you in Spanish or say things in Spanish that maybe go over the heads of those who don't speak Spanish. You know, they're like sometimes they'll taunt you. They'll be like, "Te voy a romper las pedazos," or "Te voy a hacer picadillo." It's like really funny stuff. So basically, it's like, I'm gonna turn you into mincemeat. I'm gonna rip you to pieces. Or sometimes when you shoot them in the knee, they'll be like, "Basta, hijo de puta," and that's basically, you know, stop it, you son of a bitch. They'll say little quips here and there that maybe if you don't speak Spanish, it just goes over your head. But for me, it was a really cool, like, added bonus.
It's a nice little addition.
It's cool, yeah. Really awesome. Detrás de ti, imbécil. Yeah. So, behind you, dumbass. Yeah, it was, like, very, very funny. Which, on a funny little side note, for any of you who played the Resident Evil 4 demo disc that came out before the game came out, It's a much earlier build of the game, so the voice samples for the enemies, they don't speak Spanish. It's like gibberish. I guess they didn't finalize the voice acting in the demo, so when they talk, it's very muffled, and I could never make out what they're saying because it's not Spanish, but it sounds like, you know, like it made no sense. Like, but it was interesting to see how things changed from the demo to the final build of the game. So let's see, Michael, you finished Half-Life 2. Super disappointed with the ending. Now I need to get episode 2. So you mean episode 1 you finished, right? I forget what the ending was for that. I think it was... someone was kidnapped, right? Alex is... well, I don't want to say, because if you just did vanilla Half-Life 2, or was it episode 1? I won't say anything else in fear of spoilers. Oh!
I can't see the ledge. His arm was stuck on me.
Yeah, RE4 is spoiler territory. So yeah, I'm generalizing it very broadly. So I'm selectively saying what I say in front of Paul. I don't want to spoil him. Physics engine alone is great for the time. For Resident Evil 4, yes, very a big step for the franchise. Yes. Punisher 6791. That's so cool. I always wondered what they were saying. What do the castle keep chanting? Yeah, so, okay. So that I was actually going to talk about too. So when they're chanting, it's really creepy when you're in that area. So they chant a few things. They repeat a lot of things. Like they'll say, you know, you hear, muere, 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 muere. So they're just saying die, 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 die. They'll also say, morires vivir, morires vivir, morires vivir, which it translates to live is to die. To live is to die. It's just the way they say it, and then with the music, that ambient, that the really creepy sound, really makes things. So it's interesting to me. How do people who don't speak Spanish take that? Is it because you're hearing a foreign language? Does it make you uneasy because you don't know what they're saying? Like, even for me, who knows what they're saying, it was even creepier because I knew what they were saying. Now, be careful. These guys spit acid, I believe.
Should I blast him in his head, or should I go back to the elevator? So remember where Leon was? There's two elevators.
What gun do you have? I wouldn't waste a grenade on them. No. You can use a handgun. Let's see, Buster. I have Half-Life for PS2. How is it? Half-Life was on PS2? I could have sworn it was just on the original Xbox.
It was on PS2?
They both must have been really terrible ports, because I know the OG Xbox port was terrible. The only decent port was Xbox 360, PS3, the orange box. That one was a relatively good port, because it was Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Episode 2, Portal, and Team Fortress 2. Really good deal for the time.
I'm going back the way. I don't want to go back this way.
Is this how you came in?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Punisher, Capcom really nailed it. Yes, they did. Lots of things. I mean, when we do get to Resident Evil 4 at some point, I can then get Paul and talk about more about what they say in Spanish. There's a lot of interesting things they say. Nice dodge there. Yeah.
Saw that juke.
So, how is it inferior to the PC version? Well, for one, frame rate. You know, on PC, obviously, it's going to run at 60 frames or higher.
You got to tell these guys about the Christian frame data. You got to tell them the whole Christian frame data story.
No, well, it's kind of like a thing, like you needed to be there to get it. So without going into too much detail, Christian is a mutual friend of ours.
Yeah, Christian's cool.
A really cool dude, but he's one of those guys that, like, he says really random things, and just for the sake of maybe filling dead air, and he doesn't really think about it. So like we were having a game night here. There were a bunch of fighting games going on. You know, there was like Street Fighter going on the big screen that Paul's using right now. There was like Super Street Fighter 2 on the PVMs for SNES. On the CRT to the left, I think it was Tekken 2 or Tekken 3.
Tekken 3.
And Christian's just playing, and just in the middle of the match, he's like, "Yo, that's some sick frame data. Or that frame data's off the charts." Okay, so like
what?
Who says that, right? It's like,
Christian, you watching?
he said he was gonna watch, so I busted his chops. I'm like, yo, do you even know what frame data is? He's like, nah, not really. I just said it. I'm like, so you know, frame data is kind of like what some of like the more higher up FGC fighting game community guys use. They analyze frames of animation. So you know, like in a game like Tekken, I don't know.
A punch would be, you know, 6
X,
frames.
X amount of frames.
So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So then you would
Street Fighter's just 2 frames.
So then you would analyze
1,
that.
2.
And depending on how far along they are in that attack, you can then, if you're really good at counting the frames, you can then counter within a certain count of frames. You know, there's a lot of analyzing and stuff that the casual gamer will never take the time to...
well, it's funny, when Christian turned on Tekken, he just saw like how good it looked like in like S-Video on a CRT.
Yeah, so that
like, was like, look at that frame data.
Yeah, so like he said it in relation to... that it made no sense. Like it had nothing to do with what he was...
this is the way I came.
Is it?
I don't know. I'm so lost. I'm lost.
Well... if when you go down there, if that is the balcony where you fought Birkin, then you know that's where you came in from.
Yeah.
Alright.
So that means I need to go that other way.
Yep.
Oh.
So FPS argue... okay, well, I didn't specify everything else. So the FPS, again, it's a first-person shooter. And in order to get full immersion, really, you do need a good frame rate. I mean... and Half-Life 2 at the time was a very top of the line.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
the physics engine in that game was bar none. It was like incredible. Of course, the years have passed and the game is, you know, you could run it on a potato these days. But you know, like to me, to not be able to play that game in half the frame rate or even worse, which is what the problem with the original Xbox and PS2 is that the game was running like at 20 frames. So because of that lowered frame rate, it also affected other things like the physics engine of the game, as well as how fast you can get headshots. And again, the aiming with mouse and keyboard. You know, getting headshots on enemies or getting more accurate shots just was not going to happen with an analog pad or analog stick. So. And also, the game didn't look as good. The textures were not as high fidelity, I guess, so to speak. The physics engine was not as vibrant or not as fluid. It was a bit more scripted. So, I mean, there were a couple sacrifices made in order to bring it to console. So, now if you wanted a console port that was more in line with what the PC version offered, you would, as I mentioned before, get the orange box for either Xbox 360 or PS3. Though ideally, again, on PC now, if you have Steam, you can get the game for like $5. So it really is the best bargain on PC, and it's so much cheaper as opposed to paying $20, $30 on console. It's just a better deal.
I can't do it on Steam. I can't do it. If I buy a game on Steam, I feel like I don't have it.
Well, you have the box though.
Well,
you have the physical game, so
yeah,
you have
but
that.
like that's like I was talking about Steam in general, not for that specific game.
And loading times too. Yes, you're right. So loading times in the console version of Half-Life, when you're entering a new area, there was quite a significant loading time for it. Whereas on the PC, it was very fast. So,
oh my god, I'm so lost. Do I go this way, or do I go this way?
You got to go deeper in the sewers. You got to find that room.
Michael's screaming, "Use your map!"
So, okay, things that are not colored in.
Yeah, I gotta go there. So go this way.
Imposter Zim. I live in Argentina. So we plus Softmod plus Zelda plus Extra Session Remote. Oh wow! Shoutouts to Argentina. That's I've never been, but really awesome. How's the weather over there? Is it very? It's very tropical, right? So you guys must get a lot of rain. Punisher Half-Life for PC is a bit rare to find.
Oh, I ran right into him.
I never see it in video game shops. Yeah, I mean finding a box copy of Half-Life is going to be tough. So, but again, that's what Steam is for. Oh, you ran right into him too. Oh, you're not doing too bad.
I'm disorientated.
Let's see. Argentina. The ha is legit. Yes. So for those who may not be aware, the Spanish equivalent of LOL is ha. J-A-J-A-J-A.
Is that because H's and J's in Spanish?
Yeah, just kind of,
like
yeah, so like you don't, oh
my God!
You're on danger. Heal.
I gotta get out of here first. I'll heal later.
Oh, alright. Actually, you could probably take a blue. I don't know if you're poisoned, but...
I think I just get poisoned.
Oh, you only have one heal? Yeah, you need to get your first aid spray. Let's
And I'm back here? Like, what happened? I left this, but there's nothing up here. Where do I go? Not, okay.
Played Half-Life 1 and Blue Shift on Dreamcast. A friend sent it to me. Never heard of it before.
Oh, I know.
Okay, so Half-Life on Dreamcast was actually never released in the States. I believe it was released in Europe only. Or maybe I'm wrong. It's either Europe only or the game was finished, but it never hit market. But then a ISO of it was released, and then it was released illegally, and people played it that way. It was a fully complete game. It just never made it to stores. Imposter Zim. I'm currently on a sort of Argentine eBay haul, picking up Marvel's Capcom 3 Ultimate for 700 pesos. Haha. Don't you mean ha ha ha? I'm not sure what the exchange rate is for pesos. 700 pesos, I hope, isn't more than $20 American, but well, let me see. I can look it up. Let's see. Pesos to USD. Pesos to dollars. Let's see. 700. That's around $37. Oh man, that is steep. In America, the Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3 roughly around $25. Yeah, it never came out officially. It was an ISO. Yep. Okay. Cool.
I never went this way, but this is where I gotta go.
So you gotta hit the valve to stop the fan.
It's
done,
not stopping.
Well, you need the valve.
Did I do this here?
Yeah. You did that with Leon.
It's all backwards. I can't remember.
See, I look really fat on stream is because you guys keep telling me to eat snacks. You see that? You guys aren't doing me any favors. But, let's see here. Oh, Imposter. I used to live in the U.S. GameStop's used section was my favorite place in the world. You know, I know a lot of people love GameStop. I guess because we're old. I look fondly on the Funkoland days. When it became GameStop, that whole, because when it was Funkoland, I don't know about you, Paul, but, I was still younger at the time, so there was a real excitement about picking up a new game.
Oh, my God.
Right? It was like a new journey. It was like, there's a zombie around, so be careful. It's like, who needs to go to Disney World? Just bring me to Funkoland so I can get the hottest new game type of thing. And there was just a different vibe. When it was Funkoland, it felt like it was a mom and pop shop. Like, oh, you're going the wrong way. So you need to juke him. Go that way, and then go through that passage.
But I can't go to that next way because there's a waterfall of water.
Yeah. There's got to be something you're missing. But yeah, just FuncoLand was just, I don't know, a really awesome experience. And then when it became GameStop, that magic kind of went away. It was unfortunate.
So GameStop wasn't that bad up until
in the beginning, but
PS3.
then around the early 2000s, it tapered off.
Like yeah, this is where I gotta go.
Yeah, but see the medallions you put there. The
Oh
medals.
my god! What?
Man, Paul, you were slipping. Do you have 2 medals?
Yeah. Guess where they are?
In the trunk.
Yeah.
Babbage's was my favorite for Turbo games. Babbage's, Software ETC, Electronics Boutique. Those were my trinity. And FuncoLand. I remember I used to go to the malls and they would have Babbage's, and Babbage's in the window pane for the entrance, they would have these 3 CRTs that would play trailers at the time, commercials for like Star Fox for SNES or Bonk's Adventure for Turbo Graphics. Oh, what is this? It's amazing. And then they would show like Samurai Showdown for the Neo Geo. It was insane. You know, it was just such a, because the internet wasn't around, you weren't spoiled by
knowing what everything was.
Yeah, you discovered it yourself, and there was a certain magic to it that unfortunately doesn't exist anymore. Let's see. Sadly, GameStop has become a video game trinket store that also has a few games.
Who said that?
Vidjagamer.
Yeah, you're beyond right. Like, when it's really started to turn into an FYE, that's when it was like, okay, like
games are secondary.
You're just desperate for money because you're gonna buy these, cheap toys that cost you $1, then just sell them for, you need profit. Like you're dying, you're bleeding, you're hemorrhaging money. Hemorrhage means to lose uncontrollably. Mm-hmm. So GameStop's hemorrhaging money. I'm lost. I don't know where to go.
Well, it's one of 2 ways.
Use the map.
Yeah, use the map.
And it's like,
hey, what's up, Retro Heck? What's up?
Retro Heck. They just need money. Like they're just losing money. They were all right with like the PS1 and the PS2 era. Oh my god, wrong elevator.
Oh, you got a trunk there though. Get your medallions.
I'm gonna go to the other trunk because I like it more. It has more of my stuff. That trunk only had half my stuff.
Sure. Even though all the trunks are the same. Okay, whatever. Punisher.
I'm not a fan of GameStop.
Punisher. I don't miss Blockbuster. You don't miss Blockbuster Video? Really? That was another amazing place. I remember when the hottest movie on VHS would come out. Because, back then, movies would take a year or more to come out on video.
Yeah, they did.
It's like, oh my god, this new movie. Or the new Genesis game. Or, like Streets of Rage 2. You hear about that game? Well, my parents won't let me spend $110 on it. But they'll let me go to Blockbuster and rent it for $5. Oh, you don't miss that? You don't miss the little clamshell with the white box with the blue and yellow logo? You don't miss that? Come on, that was amazing. That was good stuff. In fact, if it wasn't for Blockbuster Video, I never would have bought a Saturn. Because I had a PS1 at the time, and I had a bunch of games for it. Not a lot, but a few games. And then I made the mistake of buying X-Men vs. Street Fighter on the PlayStation. I was so hyped up on the arcade one, and I was like, oh, I can finally play it at home. I pop it in. The hell's this crap? There's no tag team? It's a one-on-one game? What is this garbage? So, I was very disillusioned by the PlayStation at that point. So, I went to Blockbuster, and at that time, they let you rent consoles. So, my dad let me rent a Sega Saturn. A Saturn with Virtua Fighter 2, Daytona USA, and X-Men Children of the Atom. What a revelation. Wow. So from there, I was like, well, PlayStation, go away. Saturn, here you come. And made the right choice.
The spider needs to get out of my face.
There you go, run.
I actually, me and my buddy, we used to play a lot of Primal Rage. We used to play it. We would play it in the arcades. We would play it at his house. We would play it all the time. And then, uh-oh. Oh, no, yo, big dude's coming out of nowhere. This big dude's gonna jump out. And we went to, he was coming over my house. I didn't have Primal Rage, so I went to rent it. Because there was no way where I couldn't call him and tell him to bring it.
You see that Silent Hill camera angle though in the beginning? Look at that.
Yeah, right?
That's Silent Hill right there.
That is a Silent Hill camera angle. And I ended up renting Rocket Knight Adventure because they didn't have Primal Rage, but I didn't want to waste a trip in an agreement to rent a video game. So I just picked up Rocket Knight. I had never heard of it, never seen it. I thought the cover looked pretty cool, and it was a
Rocket
sick
Knight,
game.
yeah. Is that the sequel's called Sparkster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They remade that game a few years ago.
Really?
Yeah, there was a remake. I don't know if it was called Sparkster or Rocket Knight, but they redid it in but it was still like 2D, but it had like a more modern-ish look to it. Sherry. Oh, what up, Rax?
What's up, yo?
Rax the Great. Check him out on YouTube, guys. He has the channel as well. He does vlogs and he does gameplay streams. There you go. Cheap plug, Rax. He says Aldo's voice makes my pee-pee go the doing, doing, doing. Wow, that's flattering. Imposter says, I dreamt with Aldo. What? You dreamt about me?
You got a mesmerizing voice, man.
That's, I don't know how to take that. I'll take that as a compliment. Was I wooing you to sleep with my very white
We do
voice?
stream till like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, right.
What's up with Sherry? Give me the G virus. Why do you have the G virus?
Imposter Zim reminds me of Kevin Smith. Me? I've been told that. Actually,
I can see that. I can see that.
I never do Halloween. I never was raised on that, but this must have been like 10 years ago. I don't do cosplay. I don't dress up for anything. But I had really long hair at the time, longer than now. Someone gave me a black coat, a hat. I was like, alright, I'll be Silent Bob. And apparently it was like the greatest thing ever. It was the most minimal thing you could ever imagine. I could have sworn there was something around here. Maybe
Go the other way.
Yeah. There you
Oh,
go.
the mortar.
Flare.
I didn't use this as Leon.
Well, yeah, you did.
Did I?
You did, yeah.
Dude, I don't know. No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Do you have to use it?
Yeah, to progress.
I can't leave Sherry alone. What are you doing, Sherry? What are you doing?
You gotta walk. If you run too far, she'll get scared.
So she was hiding in the corner like a little
If
girl?
you leave her alone, yeah, you need to go at her pace. Punisher, I'm working on getting a Beretta M9 92FS so I can turn it into a Samurai Edge. I found that a bunch of people websites that can help with it as well. That's awesome. The Samurai Edge, which is that's Barry's gun, right? You might want to. You should be running low on handgun ammo.
I am.
You might want to use a grenade. Oh, no, you're not.
I'll use one. Maybe they'll line up. Think they'll line up?
Imposter. I used to hate my friends for literally pre-ordering games at GameStop, like WTF.
Dude, like, you shouldn't, like, don't even get me going.
Nice, you got them both. Oh, wait. Oh, well, yeah, get those two. Oh, you shot the wall.
Man, that was more ammo than I wanted to use.
Imposter Jim, well, Beretta is my favorite gun just because Jill used it in RE and then Raiden in Metal Gear Solid 2. But the Samurai Edge, wasn't that what... I know... Was that the name of the handgun? Samurai Edge?
This dude on the floor is going to get me.
Barry had the Colt Python, right?
Why is this dude on the floor like this?
Inspect his body.
Nothing.
Nothing? You scared him. He won't even come after you. Vidya Gamer, no joke, my last stop in a GameStop, I was looking for a turbo wireless controller for SNES Classic. Employee walks up and says to me, you know what the deal with turbo is, right?
I want to hear the rest of this.
I seriously want that quote on a damn t-shirt. You know what the deal with turbo is, right?
Wait, that was it? That's all he said?
Yeah. I would switch to handgun, yeah.
Yeah. I thought maybe I could get all three of them with one shot.
Michael says Blockbuster was the place to be for my WCW rentals. World Championship Wrestling? You would rent the pay-per-views? Bash at the Beach, Starrcade, Halloween Havoc? Kudos for being a fellow wrestling fan. I think we're the only ones. You know what was hilarious for Super Nintendo, if you ever played it? WCW Super Brawl? Oh, it's a terrible game, don't get me wrong, but it's worth it alone for the select screen where you pick the wrestlers. For some reason, some idiot, whoever programmed the game, if you leave the screen just idling, the wrestlers will all say like really cheesy one-liners, and they just keep going. It's like Vader's like, "Who wants Vader?" And then Rick Steiner's like, "It's not my fault." And then Ron Simmons is like, "Show me respect." And the thing is that the budget, it's not the actual wrestler saying it, so they had just some like really bad voice actors do it that sounded nothing like the actual guy, so it's 10 times more hilarious than it needs to be. Let's see. Rax is giving you praise as well. Oh wait, no. No. Wow. You're a funny guy, Rax. Michael, Aldo, you were in people's dreams. Cross9 says he's got a smooth voice. Krusty and Dusty, Aldo do James Earl Jones's voice. You know, I haven't been told that. I've been told Morgan Freeman. I've been told God. But not James Earl Jones. See, James Earl Jones is weird because, you know, you have different eras of James Earl Jones. You have higher pitched James Earl Jones from the Star Wars era, the 70s, early 80s. You know, where it was
Whoa, look at all this grenade launcher ammo I just spotted. Ooh.
Hey, boy. So, you know, like, if you go from, like, Darth Vader, right? A lot of people romanticize the Darth Vader voice, saying that it's really deep. It kind of is, but when James Earl Jones spoke in those earlier movies, he spoke, but his pitch was a little higher. So, like, my voice is really low. It's, like, low end. Whereas his was a little bit higher. I can't do that, so to speak. So, like,
dude, I got so much grenade ammo. Look how much grenade ammo I got.
But if you go James Earl Jones from, like, Lion King, like Mufasa, his voice had gone lower by that point. So, it, you know, like, you know, Simba, the circle of life, you know, that type of thing. Or when he used to do commercials for Verizon. Actually, no, not Verizon. It was, before Verizon, it was called Bell Atlantic. So he would do commercials for that on TV.
So some stuff's seriously about to happen. They just gave
Seriously,
you,
they gave you a bunch of stuff. So yeah, that you should take that as a hint.
I'm going to save.
So let's see here. Don't blow up the girl. Michael says, Aldo reminds me of McSteamy from Grey's Anatomy. I don't watch the show, so I have no idea who you're talking about.
My buddy Wings always tells me to watch that show.
For
Actually,
me, okay, so
Been a while.
no offense to Grey's Anatomy. It may be a great show, I don't know. But I grew up on the era of ER, and ER to me is the definitive hospital show. So, like, I can't watch anything else, because I'll just judge it to ER. It'll be a very unfair comparison.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
You need to stock up, boy. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, but like, should I just do just grenade launcher, or should I like use this bow gun too?
Well, you should save, because
I
obviously
already
you're...
did that.
Well, if you... Right here? In this room?
Yeah.
Well, then, what do you have to lose? If you mess up, you just reload.
Yeah.
You do your loadout that you feel is fine for you, and then do it. You have nothing to lose except time. Oh, did the YouTube chat go off? Alright, let me... no?
I still see it.
Still see it? Okay, never mind. Let's see. Paul is getting pretty damn confident with his shooting. We will have to come up with something different to make fun of him. He is getting better. He did mention right as the stream started that he's gonna do good this time.
I'm desperately lost.
You just got a new area.
But I'm still lost.
How are you lost?
I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where to go. There's a map. You guys gotta use the map. If
yes.
you yell at the screen,
Like Dora the Explorer, say map.
if you
map,
yell at the
map.
screen, I'll be able to hear you through the screen.
Punisher. The Samurai Edge is a custom Beretta made for the Stars team by Robert Kendo from the beginning of the game, the gun shop owner. It's fitted with a heavy-duty brigade.
Look, I don't
Brigadier
remember this
slide.
from Leon's.
Well, it's slightly different. Brigadier slide for firing higher round 9mm rounds. Cross 9, remember when Blockbuster had the video game championship competition? Yes, I do. They had it for a few games. It was their which I believe there were some carts made for that. I don't know if it was for Genesis or Super Nintendo. You might want to have a weapon equipped.
Ooh, what's this shiny?
You should equip a weapon.
I'll be fine. I'll equip a weapon myself.
See, he doesn't learn. He doesn't learn, guys. I'm sorry.
Well, check out the sweet PVMs in the
PVMs,
background.
yeah.
Look at that. No, not this dude!
What did I tell you? Get a gun. Nah, I'm fine.
Oh my god, and he's backing me into a corner. Look how creepy that is. Watch, he's gonna punch the camera. Oh! That was right around the corner. Oh my god, I didn't take enough bullets. He's gonna take all 50 to die.
Aldo, did Frank respond? He did not as of yet. He is letting all of you guys down. Oh! Juke, boy. Juke. Oh!
No, he just punched me in the face.
Now, do you stay and fight him or do you run?
I'm gonna stay and fight him.
Okay, well, again, you saved.
Yeah, exactly.
Vidya Paul, any interest in guesting on a podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, he's done.
That was it?
You gotta learn the animations, man. Alright.
4 shots?
Check his body. He may have some goodies. See?
Get all my acid rounds back.
Rax, I'm out. Gonna go play games. Alright, Rax. Thanks
See
for
ya,
stopping by.
Thanks for watching.
And again, check his channel out, Rax the Great. He does video game related items as well. He does live streams. I think he's doing PUBG as of late. But he also does various videos touching on video game news and pop culture and things like that. So check it out. Let's see. Jeepers Creepers. Anyone seen Jeepers Creepers 3? No. I saw the first 2. The first one was really awesome for its time. The second one sucked. And the third one, because the second one sucked, I had no interest in watching it.
Wait, that was it? All this hype and all this scary. Just kill him in 4 bullets in a dead end. Get some keys.
Are you sure you killed him?
I know, right? There's no way. I probably just knocked him out.
Use the map, please, for your sake and my sanity.
Yeah, I need to find where the control panel is.
Mr. X looks like effing Mandingo. Leon's gun is a Heckler & Koch VP-70, which is no longer made, but it does appear as the sidearm in James Cameron's Aliens. Really? Look at that. Who would have thought that Leon's gun would work hundreds of years in the future? That's pretty cool.
Wait, so where do I use the control panel key?
Probably for the train.
That makes sense.
You can check the description, right?
I did. It didn't say anything. Did I? I went to. The letter U is engraved. It doesn't help me.
The pulse rifle used by the Colonial Marines is a Tommy gun with a Spaz 12 cut down and mounted underneath as a grenade launcher in the film.
The Spaz is the coolest shotgun ever made.
Man, Punisher, you... Well, again, your name is Punisher, so does that mean you're Frank Castle? Is that why you know everything about guns? You know? Imposter Zim. Aguante Halo para la Xbox. Loco. LOL.
You know what I want to do? I want to play some Blood Gulch.
Blood Gulch, oh, that was the map. I liked Hang 'em High. Hang 'em High was a really good map. Blood Gulch too. I mean, just getting 2 sniper rifles and going on like each corner. Now, why is he lying like that? There has to be something, right?
Like,
something is gonna happen, right? Punisher, Wayland Yutani, Building Better Worlds. You know what? I know a lot of people crap on Prometheus, and I had held off on watching that for so many years. I really liked Prometheus.
should I have gotten the lighter to shoot the mortar?
Maybe. Alien Covenant. I thought it was going to be much worse than it was. Not to say that it's a great movie at all, but it could have been much, much worse, I suppose.
Yo, I'm so lost.
First 2 movies are awesome. Yeah, Alien and Aliens. Alien 3 was a troubled movie, so there were so many different cuts of the movie, and you can tell that it was just edited terribly because there was, they dropped like writers and producers, and it was truncated crunch time. It was just a lot of things happening behind the scenes that affected the movie. Alien Resurrection was hot garbage. The saving grace being Ron Perlman. He was really awesome in that movie. Alien vs. Predator. Better to acknowledge that that movie never happened, because it was trash.
I don't know what to do.
The girl who played Newt is now a grade school teacher? Really? Wow, that's insane. I have Jaguar Alien vs. Predator, which is a good game. It's the Jaguar one is actually one of the reasons to have a Jaguar. So, Paul, WTF are you going?
Dude, I don't know. I have no idea. I couldn't be more lost right now.
He needed that key for the save room with Sherry, right? There was he needed.
Yeah, but I don't know where to put it. Like, I'm trying to go there, but I can't. I don't know where I'm going because I don't know where I need to put the key to use the key. So I have no idea.
Punisher, Earth. What a shithole. Best Ron Perlman quote ever. Yeah, Ron Perlman is known for having quotes. The funny thing is, if you ever watch Sons of Anarchy, it's kind of a running joke that Ron Perlman, every other line, he's like, Jesus Christ. It's all he ever said. Or, everything I do for the club. Jesus Christ. Or, Ron Perlman is the voice of, if you ever watched on Spike TV, 1,000 Ways to Die, that's him. He's doing the talking. Paco Daddy, what's going on, Paco? Thank you for stopping by, man. Meme King
What's
is
up?
here. What up, Meme
What's
King?
up, guys? I need to use the fire and the mortar. That's like got to be like the only thing. I don't know what to do or think of anything else to go.
That's
got to
possible.
be it.
It's possible.
It'll probably knock something down and then I'll enter a room. Because this is just a giant dead end. There's nothing
Rusty.
here.
It looked amazing. Well, look at your map. Is there a hallway leading past that dead zombie? No. So it's just a dead end. But you obviously need to be in this area. That's. Krusty says Jaguar AVP looked amazing in screenshots back in the day. Yes, it did. I remember when I used to look at it in EGN.
Yeah, I played that game on computer.
No, the one on Jaguar was only on Jaguar. There was a separate Alien vs Predator, but that was from Sierra,
That was the one I played then.
which was awesome. But the sequel, Alien vs Predator 2, amazing. Oh, screw playing as the humans and screw playing as the alien. You want to play as the Predator.
Did I go up this ladder? Where did I get this ladder from? Oh my god, this place.
Check the machines. There may be something. Well, inspect. The other way.
Got my face, Sherry. Okay.
Well, see, you didn't look hard enough, did you?
Alright, cool, good.
Man. And if I hadn't told him, he would have been running around to the beginning of the game. Let's see.
Hey, well, what did that do for me? It didn't tell me what it did for me. Okay.
We'll inspect it again. He is lost. Well, he put the key in.
Who said I'm lost? I'm so lost.
Michael.
I'm lost. I've been lost for like an hour.
Go back to the room with where you fought Mr. X.
Should I get the lighter for the mortar?
Maybe.
No, because I'll pass this on my way back.
I was
Pick it
playing
up.
RE1 Remake on hard. Fun stuff, yeah. I loved Tech TV Cross 9. Yeah, Tech TV was a really awesome channel. I remember when they had the screensavers. I remember Leo Laporte's Call for Help, which was really awesome. Like a live 1 hour show where people would call in and they would have computer problems.
This wasn't here before,
Nope,
but it was for Leon.
for Leon. So now you're gonna go down. Patrick O'Brien is here. What's up, Patrick? He says Shanny is the man.
What's up?
Yeah,
You're just in time to watch me get lost in Resident Evil 2, because I have a... Now, I'm not lost anymore, but I'm about to get lost right after this. Oh,
oh man.
yo! Tyrant? Is it Tyrant this time, or do you think it's Mr. X?
Oh, you gotta fight him now. Oh, did you stock up on ammo?
I'll be fine.
There may be more stuff around here. Fun fact, Paco says, the music here is my favorite of all the series. It's the creepiest.
It really is. This is like very Silent Hill music-ish.
Yeah. Just like really, like ambient.
Yep.
Frame data. Oh, Christian's on.
Christian! Yo, did you
Yeah,
just...
he just wrote frame data.
You just wrote frame data?
Push that wood. Yo, tell me, alright, Christian, how's the frame data looking on Resident Evil 2? Is it sweet? Is it sick? Tell me. You gotta let me know, man. Punisher. Yes, the Resident Evil 2 music is amazing. Hope they don't mess it up in the remake. Whenever that... Well, you gotta go outside to fight him.
I hit this.
The remake, who knows when it's going to come out, though. Who knows? If they don't show footage this year at E3, I'm kind of worried it's vaporware at this point. So, hopefully they show something.
Oh, I heard him step. He took a step and like the ground shook.
Oh, but see, he looks different.
Yo, he's way different. Whoa, he's way different. Yeah,
Christian says the frame date is 1:1. Oh, perfect ratio. Shoot! What are you waiting for? Here it comes. Arcade perfect. Frame data looks like 120 FPS. Meme King, I'm sorry. He said you paid $175 for Pokemon Blue, Red, and Yellow. Did you pay too high, or is it a good price? I think that's way too high. But again, it depends. Are they
Red,
all
Blue, and Yellow all in the box? $175.
I mean, if they're all complete in the box, the
that's
manuals,
a good deal.
then maybe.
Wait a minute now.
If it was the cartridge, though, I'd still think that's pretty high. I'd run. Oh.
Come on, go to the pause menu. Go to the menu. Go to the menu. Go to the menu. Woo!
Oh man!
Listen to this music.
Yeah, it's like a Final Fantasy music, right? It's like, more orchestral. I don't mean to skip you, Meme King. I'm sorry. It's just there's a lot of things going on in the chat, so I'm unfortunately not going to get to everything. So I do apologize.
Hold on. We'll get to everything. Hold on. Oh, he just juked me. He just jumped as I shot.
You got to be careful now, yeah. This is no more training wheels.
He's about to land.
Michael says, Paul, you're going to get owned by this monster.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
yo,
yeah.
Get up.
Oh!
It's okay, I'm only on caution. This music's sick. He just jumped. He's behind me!
So Meme King says they were all complete in box. I mean, I don't know, honestly, the value of Pokemon games right now, but... Oh, reload!
Think I could juke him, or should I drink this health potion? Juke or health potion?
So, okay, wait, how many games in total was that? It was Blue, Red, and Yellow. Just 3 games. $175.
I should have drank the health potion!
Now, is this US dollars? Is this Canadian dollars? I mean, still, it
actually sounds about... that sounds about going rate for in the box. They typically go from
now,
60 to 65 in the box each.
Do the boxes have any visible dents?
Most Pokemon boxes do. So if they're minty,
or are they really mint? If
I gotta get a drink. That was intense.
Yeah, get your Orange Crush. If they're really minty, then that's good. But again, I don't know, honestly, the values of those particular games.
60, 65 complete in box.
Roughly around.
I'll go for.
So let's just say they're about $60, so that'd be $180 for all 3. But if that's the case, then I would say you did all right. You didn't really save any money. Personally, I wouldn't pay that much, but I never got big into Pokemon, so that's just me. I mean, obviously, Pokemon, if it was big for you, Meme King, then, you can't really put a price on your childhood, right? So, Paul, you're going to get owned by this monster. He did. Yes, he did. That changes things. High potion. Canadian dollars. Oh. What was that? 175 Canadian. So let's see. CDN to USD. So let's see what the exchange rate would be. So let's say 175 Canadian would be around $141 US. In that case, that doesn't sound as bad. But I mean, hey, if Paul, trust your judgment. Spray, told you Paul owned. Meme King, all in perfect condition, and Pokemon Blue is not open, still sealed. Now, you got to be careful with games that are sealed. I'm sure you may know, or some of you guys may know who are in the retro gaming community. A lot of people try to take advantage of buyers who are maybe not hip to what's going on. A lot of people reseal games, so they seal them with machines, and they are not factory sealed. So you need to be careful to be mindful of that it's actually the original factory seal, and it has not been just resealed. One way to tell with Nintendo games, in particular, Nintendo games have the H bridge. So what that means is on the back part of the box, the wrapping should have a horizontal line going through the middle. It's called the H flap. And also on the tops and bottoms, the folds should be little triangles, like these little triangle shapes that overlap. If you see something that is more like let's say this is the box, and you see like a little piece of wrap sticking out like ears, that's a definite sign that it's been resealed by somebody. So Meme King, just be very mindful of that. I hope that didn't happen to you, but if it did, somebody ripped you off. So just be very mindful of that. That's one way to tell that it's factory sealed by Nintendo and not resealed by a reseller.
Those are some boxes I'd want.
Patrick O'Brien, you guys are super cool. Glad I made it while you're still alive. Well,
I'm glad you made it too.
Just out of curiosity, Patrick O'Brien, I don't think I've seen your name before on the stream, so in case you're not aware, this is something that, obviously, I think you're new.
Give me the rundown.
So this is, we've been going 4 weeks straight. So the whole idea, Paul has never played Resident Evil, any of the Resident Evil games before. So starting sometime last month, we had the idea like, hey, wouldn't it be cool to have a YouTube stream of somebody playing the Resident Evil games for the very first time?
Oh, I gotta go kill. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to kill them all over again.
Well, at least now I won't get lost for 20 minutes. I'll know.
So yeah, he beat Resident Evil 1. He played it as Jill. Moved on to Resident Evil 2. He did Leon Scenario A, so now he's in Claire Scenario B. So
and then after this, we're going on to Resident Evil 3. I don't think I'll beat this tonight.
I don't know. It's only 10 o'clock. We shall see. Oh, the map. You didn't get the map.
I'll get it on my way back.
See what he says? See? And then he's going to forget about it.
No, I won't.
Yes, he will. But yeah, Patrick, just out of curiosity, how did you stumble across the stream? Are you just browsing on YouTube, and did it show that he was live, or are you a subscriber to Retro Gaming Arts? Just out of curiosity, how did you hear about Retro Gaming Arts and maybe the stream tonight?
Yeah, we have no idea how any of this all happens.
So, I mean, thank you for coming on by, and thank you for saying we're super cool. The guys all in the chat, you guys are all super cool too. You are helping making this a lively discussion. So, again, I do apologize if maybe I skipped over one or two of you. There's a lot going on in the
This
chat.
was so epic the first time I just saw it 10 minutes ago.
So now you know when he wobbles, that means he's dead. So don't shoot him anymore after that.
This dude is funky looking. How come you never see nobody dress up like him for Halloween?
Meme King, I verify with one of my friends. It is the original seal. Is to expert to difference between a fake seal and an original seal. Well, I hope that you were able to verify. If it's verified, then that's good. Great deal. Oh! Get him! Got him.
Temporarily. There's no way that just
Patrick,
killed this dude.
I'm friends with Paul on Facebook.
There we go.
I plan on hanging out with you guys more for sure. Oh, well, thank you. That's awesome. I mean, again, we've been doing this 4 weeks in a row. Tuesday nights has been the magic thus far. So we tentatively, let's say 8 p.m.-ish Eastern time. We started a little bit later, closer to 9 today. 8 o'clock is kind of like the
Windows
target time.
update.
Yeah, he had Microsoft. Actually, funny story. Right before he was about to hit the live button, Windows was like,
Windows Update.
Tuesdays are usually Microsoft Windows Update nights. So no, and that's true. Usually they push these things out on Tuesdays. So, and unfortunately with Windows 10, if it decides to do it, you can't stop it. So it was like he was at the mercy of Microsoft.
Should I save now? Nah, I'll be fine.
You didn't get hit by Mr. X.
Yeah, I did.
We got hit once, but you're still on fine, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you should save.
Yeah.
Punisher, I found this channel by accident, and I'm glad I did.
Me too.
Well, thank you. It's not my channel, but either way, thank you for finding Paul and finding us just hanging out here and playing some games.
Let's go. Let's go.
Krusty, solid work, Paul. Look at that. You're getting some positive affirmation here. Ethan Lester, what's going on, my man? Thank you for coming by
Thanks
again.
for coming back.
He says, I found RGA while I was looking for some background noise while I was replacing parts in a few PS3s. It was actually a PS3 video I watched first.
Nice.
Oh, look, everybody's giving their how did they discover...
That helps.
All right.
I'm like so curious about that.
Paco says, I discovered RGA because I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. I occasionally watch speedrun streams and ran into Paul's, quote, mansion madness. Yeah, these are definitely not speedruns. Not by a long shot. Oh, wait, there's something else up front. Not by a long shot, but was there?
No.
Could have sworn there was. Okay. But this is kind of like, okay, like, take your mind and remember, try to go back to when you played Resident Evil 2 for the very first time.
Wait, why didn't it not trigger the punching on the top? Do I have to hit the button on the
you have to
train?
hit the
Yeah.
button.
So hold on, let me just open this door a third time.
So think about when you played it for the first time. You didn't know where to go. You didn't know what to do. So this is kind of what Paul's doing. So most of you guys have been here, but like someone like Patrick O'Brien, who maybe it's his first time. I'm here. Paul is the one playing. I am here to kind of facilitate the chat and to keep all of you guys engaged and to
Make sure I don't get lost for an entire day.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil him, but I kind of nudge him in the right. If he gets really lost or really bad. Let's see. Michael, Aldo, I think it's time for the munchies. Maybe. All right, if Paul beats the William Birkin this time, I will grab a munchie. How about that? Cross 9, I learned about you guys from RGT85. Look at that. Okay. So the retro community helping each other out, giving each other plugs. That's cool. That's really awesome. That's how community should be. Patrick O'Brien, I'm going to send my Master System to Paul to have him work on it soon. Are you looking for the FM mod? Or if it's the FM mod, it's worth it.
If I recall, I got a couple Master Systems I'm talking to people about. If I recall, it's the one where you refloat everything and it gets power, but you can't figure out where it gets power into the voltage regulator and power goes out of the voltage regulator, but the system's not turning on, but the voltage regulator's working correctly and you replaced it. Or there's a couple other Master System pawn. This dude's about to, here we go.
Krusty says, Patrick, I'm going to have my PS2 worked on by him as well. Modbo 5.
I got plenty of wire, plenty of everything.
Push that wood. I'm starting Resident Evil 1
Dude,
tonight.
you started Resident Evil 1 already.
You started and you stopped, yeah. Come on, man. Paul beat you to it. Get to it, boy.
Yeah, you started way before me.
Get that sick frame data in on that DS, man. Or was it the PSP you're playing? You're playing it on the Vita.
Woo! Yeah, he just jumped to me. If I get hit one more time, I'm gonna die.
So Michael, going back on the how did you hear about your channel? Oh, run!
He just jumps right to me.
Because you're moving too far away. You gotta be in the same screen, or else he'll jump. See? You gotta be in the same screen. I would heal.
Yeah.
So Michael, going back to how'd you hear about us? Unlike Alda, who met Paul through Tinder, I came to his channel through RGT85. Tinder? No. We met each other on ChristianMingle.com. which the tagline is "Find God's match for you." So, thank you, God. Ethan Lester, if you search backwards compatible PS3 on YouTube, it's one of your videos that comes up first.
Sweet.
Yeah. Christian, after I set up the new entertainment system, OG. Oh man!
Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up!
Oh, he's jumping again. Imposter. The first time I played Resident Evil 2, I gave up. Didn't finish for like 5 years later. Wow. Just out of curiosity, when you gave up,
Where's he going?
he's done. I would check the area just to make sure nothing was dropped. When do you remember at what part of the game did you give up or did you drop to stop playing? Meme King, hey Paul, I like the video when you were really scared by the liquor. Too funny. You know what? I've been slipping on that regard. Usually what I like to do is after every stream, there's always one moment where Paul reacts to something or says something
Gets
really
scared.
funny. I slipped. The last time there was the Mr. X reveal and he was like, whoa! I need to go back and do that. That way Paul can put it on the Facebook.
Gotta put the highlight like that. Cause like I got so scared by the liquor, and I feel like that's like a moment that doesn't happen anymore. Cause like everybody's played this game except for me.
Krusty says, I've had issues with two Master Systems. The control ports are not working or have stopped working. Why
I have
would
a
they
fix for that.
disable it?
I'm going back to look for your mom.
Whoa, Claire like took her jacket off and put and she put it on.
She did. That makes no sense. Claire is older than Sherry. It should be a really loose fit, but it's very snug. See, Claire is starting to show more skin now. See that?
Yeah. I hope she finishes the game like this. Look at this outfit!
Boot. How does her... It looks like her shirt overlaps into her Daisy Dukes. Like it's...
It's like, yeah, she's wearing something underneath. It's like she's wearing like leggings, but she like cut them short, and then she put on jeans that she cut shorter. Like those jean shorts are the shortest jean shorts.
Yeah, right. It's such a... It makes no sense. Like in any physical... Is that a toilet? Is that what that is?
That is a toilet, yeah.
Yeah, right. No privacy. Like you're taking a deuce, and the Sherry's just gonna be there watching.
Sweet.
Let's see. Meme King, how much can I pay to find a copy of Saw or Saw 2 for the Xbox 360? I don't know. If you go to pricecharting.com, you can just type in the game and it'll give you like an average of like what it sells for on eBay.
That's like
so you can get like a ballpark.
That's
estimate.
where I would go to GameStop. Like even though I was just talking about how much I don't like GameStop, that's like a GameStop.
Or go to your local retro video game store, which is more preferable. Paco says snack time, Aldo. LOL. Wow, man, you like really on me. Okay, I will. Let me just catch up on the chat though. Imposters in collecting the stones for Claire. It was complete bull.
I think I did that. Whoa.
Oh, you're in the lab now.
You hear that?
What could that be? Huh? Ethan says, it's oddly relaxing to have someone on in the background talking about the item you're currently working on, and this channel is the best of the best for that. This and the CU podcast are the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ethan. That's really not... I mean, when you're saying talking about the item, you mean like what Paul is currently
Like
doing?
if he's like, you know, working on a Sega CD, he'll pop on like my Sega CD video or something, right?
Oh, yeah, so you mean like when you're modding yourself, you maybe have like a related video of Paul talking about modding. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
The CU podcast. I'm an old man. I don't even know what that is.
That's hold on. I know what it is. I'm just like I can't that's the dude who wrote the Nintendo book. Why can't I think of his name?
Oh, Not the Pat the NES Punk.
Yes. Oh my God. Why could?
Isn't that's his podcast? I know
We
he
met
had-
that dude at Retro World.
Yeah, he was
Mad
on that
cool.
Retro World. He looks like the guy from Green Day. He looks like Billy Joe.
I don't know what the guys at Green Day look like.
Let me just show you something. You know Green Day though, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I can't name one of their songs. I haven't listened to them since this game came out. Oh my God, that does look like them.
Pat the NES Punk, guys. Before he became a famed retro gamer and got curly hair, he was the lead singer for Green Day. So, let's see here. Patrick O'Brien, I haven't played through any of the Resident Evil games except for Nemesis. I love that game. I hope to do a remaster, and Claire is a babe.
Who's hotter, Claire or Jill?
Yeah, who's hotter, Claire or Jill, guys?
Only using the games that I've
He's
played
done
so far.
But in the chat, you can also mention other Resident
Yeah.
Evil people, but I won't mention them in front of Paul in lieu of spoilers. Now,
Because I don't know if Claire is in another game. Wait, no, she's in Code Veronica.
so far with Resident Evil Women, we have Jill Valentine, we have Rebecca Chambers, we have Claire Redfield, we have Ada Wong. Ada! We have Birkin's wife, I forget her name.
Should I bring some second health?
I mean, probably. It would be a good idea.
I got a bunch of green herbs. Should I combine all my green herbs?
Meme King, I don't have the correct tool to repair my GameCube. Can you help me, Paul? Are you trying to open up your GameCube? If you're trying to open it up, Nintendo usually has security bits.
4.5 millimeters.
4.5 millimeter security bit screwdriver type thing to open it up. A Phillips screw will not do the job. Ethan Lester saw the game is absolutely abhorrent. It's so vile, makes the movies look like a video of a guy removing a splinter. Krusty and Dusty, everybody, which games have you played after the last week? Myself, I've played Atomic Punk Bomberman on Game Boy and Monster Hunter World on PS4. For myself, I actually had one day to play a few games, so I actually played Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I bought it on Steam for a little bit. I'm a Dragon Ball fanboy, so I've been watching Dragon Ball since like 1991. So.
And you're a big fighting game fan, so
Yeah, and
like
I'm
those,
Paul
you're
and
in
myself,
heaven.
yeah. So it's like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Oh, is that liquor? That's a liquor.
Yep. He ain't gonna scare
Do
me.
you have acid rounds
Yeah.
equipped?
Yep.
That should kill them in one hit. Nope. These guys are strong. Heal. Those are flame rounds, so that's not good. Well, it may. I don't know. Black liquors may. You could shoot them from this distance. Straight. Down. Down.
I'm holding down. Who saw that? You guys see that?
Everyone saw that. What was that? Look at Terminator 2. It's
Right?
the magma. Pat Contry. Yes, that's the name of the Pat the NES Punk. Patrick O'Brien. What are your favorite bands, music groups to listen to? Myself, I have long hair. I'm very much stuck in the 80s, 60s, early 90s. I don't really listen to anything new. I don't really like music of today. Doesn't really do anything for me. Anything Beatles, anything British Invasion. The Kinks, the Knacks, the Zombies, Herman's Hermits, Cream, the Who, the Stones, the Vultures, anything new wave from the 80s, Talking Heads, Blue Order, all that good stuff. What about yourself, Paul? While I go get the munchies.
Since you guys were talking about what games everybody's playing, since last week, I don't play the Resident Evils without Aldo, without the stream. What's this dude doing on the ground? He's gonna grab my ankle.
You could, no, I think
Nice, man. Other than this, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII, but for the NES. I'm not pretty far into it. I'm probably halfway through disc 1 of Final Fantasy VII, but on the NES version. So, I got Aerith, Tifa, we're all together. Aerith, Tifa, Barrett. Like that whole thing where, like, you meet up with Aerith, and then you go to get Tifa, and then you get Tifa, and then, like, Shinra President comes in or whatever, and then, like, or the Turks come in, and then the Turks take Aerith. And then, like, I got everybody's back together. So I'm pretty decently far in Final Fantasy VII for NES, and it's really sweet.
Oh, you want your munchies, Paul?
No, I'm okay.
You good?
Yeah.
Alright, so Paul read the last one. I guess I'll read this one here once I get back.
For music, I grew up on Metallica, but I listened to, like, EDM, I guess.
Metallica?
Yeah.
You know I saw them?
Really?
2010 or 11, Metallica had a show at Yankee Stadium. It was the Big Four: Slayer, Anthrax, Slayer, Anthrax, Megadeth, and Metallica.
Dude, nice.
So Metallica killed it. They started off with Seek and Destroy. It was just awesome. They were just like I wasn't at the mosh pit, but they just started like search it, seek and destroy. It was really, really cool.
I never saw Metallica, but I seen Iron Maiden in 2008. I had, like, VIP box center seats, like, right in the front. It was like the best possible seats, and it was crazy. Like, they brought out, like, a 40-foot Eddie robot. He's like one of their mascots. Legit 40-foot tall mechanical robot walking out on stage like a marionette puppet.
Just like a giant Eddie.
Just a giant Eddie.
Sick.
And he had a laser gun, and he, like, pointed the laser gun into the crowd, and he started shooting his laser gun, and fireworks came out of it, and, like, we're, like, just, like, raining fireworks on everybody in the crowd. And then, like, one of the lead singers, like, jumps up onto, like, all the stuff they have on stage and, like, holds his guitar up like this, and then the 40-foot Eddie robot, like, puts his hand down and starts moving his hand, like, over the guitar.
That's sick.
To like, while the other dude was playing the solo, so it was like the Eddie thing was playing the solo. Nuts. My buddy Glenn took me to that. He was the one who got the VIP box, crazy, awesome seats. It was just like, yo, you need to come with me to this.
An update, guys. I just got a text back from Frank. I just got one.
What do you say?
If I had known you guys were going to stream today, I would have showed up. We told him every Tuesday.
Said it like 100 times in the stream. Every Tuesday.
So he failed.
Did you tell him to come through?
Well, I don't know if he's gonna go. I don't know.
It's like 11 o'clock at night. But
well,
like,
it's
whatever.
10. I don't know how late we're gonna be on though. All right. Do you guys want? If I get four people that say hashtag
Bring
Frank, then I will be like, you just come over now. I need 4 people. Hashtag come Frank. Or what was it?
Bring Frank.
Bring Frank.
You know he'd be bringing him himself.
Yeah. And then I will force him.
And then he would probably win.
So let's see.
It's 10:30.
I am a little behind on the chat, but let me catch up here. So, let's see. Okay, you guys were saying Jill, Claire, Jill. So
Jill,
we have
Claire, Jill.
2 each. Oh wait, double Jill. So that's
Does that count? Can somebody just say Jill twice?
Another Claire, another Jill. Triple Claire, oh baby, a triple, oh yeah. So I think we're pretty even. We're cut through the middle. Jill's Hyper Combos, Marvel's Capcom 2, yeah. And actually, I showed him because he, Paul, played Marvel's Capcom 2, but you didn't like
love Marvel's Capcom 2 though.
Dig too much, right? Because I showed you.
I didn't know air combos.
She has that really cool super where Tyrant comes out from the ground. She throws out the zombies.
I've seen that, but I never understood
the
it.
Dogs. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Punisher, fun fact. Punisher is a wealth of knowledge here. Allison Court, who voiced Claire, was also Lunette the Clown on the Canadian kids show Big Comfy Couch. The
I heard of
main
that.
character, the girl who dressed as a clown, really? That was Claire?
Really?
Holy moly. And also voiced Jubilee on the X-Men animated series. And you know what, now that you mention that, that makes perfect sense because she sounded just like Claire, just with a Valley Girl accent. Wow.
So far, I think just out of the 2 games that I'm playing right now, 1 and 2, I think Claire is hotter. But I have a funny feeling once I play a few more that may change to Jill.
Jill, they changed her face model, which, well, so starting with the GameCube remake of Resident Evil 1, they actually take a model in real life and change Jill to make it look like her. So they base Jill's look on an actual woman in real life, whose name is Julia Voth, a beautiful woman, and she's Jill. I mean, that's literally who they model her after. So,
Does Claire come back in another game?
Code Veronica, and then
I knew that.
and then Resident Evil Revelations 2.
And that's it. That's all she gets. So
So
Jill's more so the star of the franchise.
Not really, because Jill is Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil Revelations 1, where she's a playable character. She may show up in other games, but she's not playable.
So who's in Resident Evil 4? Is it Leon and Ada?
I can't tell.
Oh,
you
it's
that.
totally
I can't
Leon
tell
and
you.
Ada.
Oh,
It's
wait.
Leon and Ada, right?
Oh, wait, hold
because
on,
Leon
hold on.
loves Ada. He's got the hots for her. She's totally a playable character in 4.
Let's see.
Or I don't know about playable, but like she's like a big part of 4.
Losing rounds like Crazy Paul, The Monkees, Patrick O'Brien. You have great taste. I love those bands too. All of those are gold in my book. Ethan, hate to be that guy, but I'm 17 and I agree, Aldo, that most modern music blows. My current favorite artist is Dion. He's insanely good. What type of music does Dion do? Not Celine Dion, obviously, but is it like electronica? Is it
might
rock?
be.
No way. Imposter Zim, wait. Paul, Final Fantasy VII for the NES. Explain yourself. Better yet, he'll show you.
Final Fantasy VII for the E NES.
Oh, Dion, the Wanderer. Not the 50s song, right? You know, I'm a wanderer, yeah, a wanderer, and around. No, there's no way.
That song's not from the 50s.
Oh yeah, that's
Really?
old.
Maybe I'm just...
Dion, the Wanderer. That's what year was that? That's an older song. 1961. But that's the song that was used in the commercials for Fallout 4, I believe, was using it. Unless this is another Dion you're talking about. Let's see. Oh wow, we got hashtag Bring Frank. Hold on, we have 1, we have 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wow.
Can you screenshot all 5 and just send him that picture? And be like,
Yo,
dude,
they're chanting your name.
that was good. That's good.
Bring Frank, bring Frank. Frank, bring Cheetos. See, they remember when you asked that to me. That's insane. You guys have insane memory.
I mean, I can't even remember how to navigate this game.
Patrick O'Brien, any love for the Yakuza games? I actually never played them, but I do have a PS4 now, so I actually bought Yakuza Kiwami, which is, from what I understand, a remake of the very first Yakuza, just look with PS4 graphics.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I haven't touched any other game, though, so at the rate I'm going, I'll probably get to it within 8 years.
Right? I really want to get into that series. I actually have for quite some time now, but I recently beat Shenmue, maybe like 4 months ago or something like that, and I really want to play something else for Sega that's a little bit more modern, that's not Sonic. So I feel the Yakuza series is it, and I really want to play it. And it's like, I don't know, it's cool.
Yeah, a lot of people when Yakuza first came out for PS2, I think the game was even being marketed as the spiritual successor to Shenmue because even though the gameplay had more, I guess, action, the exploring part was very similar to Shenmue.
Really?
Like camera angles too. Like it was, cameras behind the character as they're walking in the city or running. They said it's modern day Japan as opposed to 1985 Japan or 1984.
But with that, I asked actually some people who have played every single one, and I asked them, where do I start in this series? And they were like, just get the newest one. Like, you'll be fine. It doesn't matter. Just get it. Like, get the new one. Start there.
Yeah.
You'll be good. You don't have to play any other ones. I was like, but what if I want to? They
No,
were like,
I mean,
don't.
for
They were
me,
like, get the newest one.
I would definitely want to see how the series progressed.
Yeah, I always want to
You know?
start with the older stuff.
Because even though Yakuza was released, Kiwami, the remake for PS4, they didn't improve any of the controls or the gameplay mechanic. It's just a prettier version.
Really?
So
That's probably why you
start with that, where it's cool, but maybe a little rough around the edges for like today's gaming. And then from there move on to the other ones and then see how it gets refined and there's more gameplay refinements. Maybe the combat mechanics are deeper. And just to see how it goes up, as opposed to starting. I mean, if you start from the newest one, I would imagine you'd be totally lost in the story. You don't know who these characters are.
Well, I think it was the Kiwami that they were referring to when I
Okay.
asked, because there wasn't that second edition. When I asked, there was only one. Now there's two, I guess.
Let's see.
But my PS4 backlog is pretty serious, and I have not purchased a new PS4 game since Nier Automata or Persona 5, whichever one came out most recently, which I believe was Nier Automata. It was Nier Automata, Persona 5, The Last Guardian, Final Fantasy 15. I want to really, really in-depth, fully play those before I start diving into new PS4 games. I got to play the new South Park. I got to play Shadow of the Colossus, the new one, the new remake, one of my favorite games of all time. I got to finish those first four. But then I got to get up to at least Resident Evil 4.
So
Oh!
Frank responded. He wrote us because I sent him a screenshot of all of your hashtag Bring Franks. He doesn't have a car currently, so he has no like transportation. But he said, "I wish I had a car." Sad face. I don't know if it's sad or tears or whatever it is. But he responded.
I wouldn't. Walking would suck.
I don't know where he is, to be honest.
He lives close, but not close enough to walk.
Frank is forgetful. Tell him to come. It's like a 2-minute walk. How do you know? Do you know where Frank lives? Let's see. Lots of chat here. Sorry, guys. Okay. So,
I'm not even playing the game anymore. We're just talking.
Yeah.
Taking a minor break to
a little
refresh.
break. Ethan, I gave a ton of games away to a close friend recently. I found that having too many options is making it really hard for me to pick a game and really get into it. That's
Very right.
Yeah.
I agree with that completely.
Sometimes when you have too many games, you start to think, well, where do I even begin? And then it just becomes a question of like you're just guessing yourself and you never even get to play a game because you're so busy trying to decide which is the right one. So no, definitely, that's a Meme King. Paul, do you forget about the t-shirts? Because I don't forget my t-shirt, Paul.
I didn't forget. I just got a lot of things that I've been making lately. And I've gotten a lot of things made. And I got a lot of things ordered. I've been working on other projects, which I haven't made YouTube videos about yet. But if you go look at my website, you'll see that I've been busy making other things. But I haven't made a YouTube video about them.
Hashtag Frank at Paul's place.
But shirts is soon. Shirts is very, very soon. I'm also thinking stickers. Because whenever somebody buys something from my website, I have like a little card that I put in the box. And I want to also put in stickers. I don't know. I just feel like that would be cool. or put stickers on the box. I don't know, something like that. So I need
You
to get
choose.
some stuff made.
You choose, guys. I'll eat whichever one that gets the majority. Kit Kat or Crunch?
But he's only gonna have one, so you better make your decision count. Good
Yeah, I
for
can't
him.
eat. If I eat two, I'll die on stream. Patrick says Paul should stream Snatcher. It is one of my favorite games ever.
This is like the 4th or 5th time somebody said
Now,
that.
Snatcher was released on 2 consoles, right? It was Sega CD.
Sega CD.
Wasn't it re-released for something else at some point?
Nope.
No?
I could be wrong. I have no idea. I'm just
Snatcher.
I'm just very confidently guessing.
I could have sworn there was like a really bad SNES port or something that was only released in Japan and we never got. Oh, PlayStation 1.
In Japan? Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, it was released for a lot. Okay, hold on.
Well, okay, in America we never got it for anything else.
Yeah, Snatcher, MSX2, Super CD-ROM, Sega CD, PlayStation, Saturn. Yeah, so just in Japan.
So, funny story about that. Somebody sent me a Sega CD to fix. I fixed it and I tested it with a burned copy of Snatcher, which was the only copy of Snatcher that I had. Because all Sega CDs can play burned games because it was 1992, there's no copy protection. And when I tested their Sega CD, I tested it with Snatcher to see if it worked after I fixed it, and then I shipped it back to them with my Snatcher burned copy still inside.
No kidding.
So they opened it up and they were probably like, this dude's the man. Hopefully they thought that. But really, I just made an accident. So I haven't... And I actually started playing it. So I was actually playing it while that happened. So I have yet to finish Snatcher.
So,
Beautiful artwork, though. I loved it just solely off that.
Michael says, Frank let me down, take the bus. That, unfortunately, is not an option where we live. So the bus service stops at around 7 or 8 p.m. So, which is really dumb. I mean, this isn't New York. So, yeah, unfortunately, the bus... He could Uber, though. He could Uber. He could Uber, right?
Called out! Ripped him!
Hashtag use Uber, damn it. Let's see here. So, Aldo remind and insist that Frank be on the stream next Tuesday. Paul, remember the PC Engine sticker along with my shirt. He also says Kit Kat. Meme King says Crunch. Paco says Crunch. Haven't had one in a while. Patrick says Kit Kat, so that's 2 each.
Oh, Michael, I showed you the PC Engine stickers, right? You already saw them, so I don't have to show you one, right? I got you.
Oh, and Michael says Police Knots as well. So Police Knots, for those, a really cool, cool little aside. So, was it Imposter? You're the one doing all the cool trivia bits, right? Or was it Punisher? So you guys can verify. So for those who maybe never played Police Knots, one of the jingles for the game is actually used in the very opening screen of Metal Gear Solid 1 for PlayStation. So when you see the Konami logo, you hear the do 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 do. That's a jingle from Police Knots. That's actually part of the main theme, I believe. So it was a cool little nod to Konami's past when they made the game. Let's see. Aldo is Survival Chocolate Pack. So right now I'm tied between Kit Kat and Crunch. So it can go either way. I would have to flip a coin, but I don't have a coin. My wallet is completely empty. Uber, damn it. Use Uber, damn it. Use Uber, damn it. Oh, man. True that with the jingle. So we have 3 hashtag Uber dammits. I'm going to have to screenshot that to him, too. Cause,
Yeah, send that to him. Oh, that'll be good. Alright.
you guys are giving me... Oh, so you know what? Let me read this. This report demands immediate attention. The P epsilon gas has been proven capable of incapacitating all known BOWs, bioorganic weapons. As such, it has been designated for emergency usage in the event of a BOW escape. Reports based upon data collected during prior incidents indicate the potential for negative side effects. The P epsilon gas has been proven to weaken BOW's cellular functions. However, prolonged and repeated exposures will result in the creation of adaptive antibodies to the agent. Furthermore, some species have been observed to absorb the P epsilon gas as a source of nutrition and use the toxins extracted against anything perceived as a threat. Use of the P epsilon gas should be severely limited to extreme cases only. We strongly request the authority to reevaluate the P epsilon gas deployment system. We would like this reevaluation to take place immediately. Second, Research and Development Room Security Team. P epsilon gas.
Sounds messed up.
Things are getting real.
They just keep giving me grenade rounds after grenade rounds. Should I save? They just gave me an ink ribbon.
Might be a good idea. So let's see here. So many Easter eggs from Kojima during the Metal Gear Solid series. That's true.
That's a whole nother series that I have to.
Meme
properly
King. This is not a
play.
Resident Evil 2 stream. It's a talk show stream. Well, we try to do a little bit of both.
Yeah, I was enthralled in the dialogue that I didn't play.
Let's decide for the tiebreaker. Oh, let Paul decide. Okay. Crunch or Kit Kat? So I guess the choice is yours.
Crunch.
Crunch, see? Alright. I was going to go for that too, so.
I figured.
Ethan, where can I pick up my copy of Vaping Olympics 2002 for PS2?
That's a joke that
I hope so.
I find.
Vaping wasn't even around back then, so.
I'm pretty sure I find that joke funny. You're making fun of all the people that.
Punisher,
vape.
don't use the gas in playthrough 1. Too late for that. We're on playthrough 2. Michael, Paul, play Nexer on PC Engine. It's a shooter.
Yeah. Now that I can play all the games, you gotta tell me what to play, because the only thing I've played for Turbo has been Atomic Robo Kid, and I'm loving it. Like, I just play that. Like, that's all I really play for Turbo, but it's so awesome.
And Michael says, Paul, Crunch, you let me down. Kit Kats are superior. It depends on...
$100,000.
I never did like 100 grand.
$100,000 and whatchamacallits.
100 grand to me were always too chewy, but not in a good way. Like, they would never crunch down every time I tried to chew them. Or just get real... They would always get stuck in my teeth.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Crunch it is, guys. You guys are killing me softly. How about this? If Frank does not show up tonight, I'll just tag out. He'll be the co-host next week, and I'll just take a day off. How about that? We'll have Paul and Frank. And Frank will be the moderator. He'll handle the chat, and I'll be watching. I'll just watch at home and write really corny comments on the stream. I'll join you guys in words. Ethan, not making fun of people who use vapes to actually quit smoking, just those who go to vape offs and think huge smoke clouds are cool. I can't believe that there are actually vaping conventions and vaping tournaments. That is...
I did not want to know that.
It makes me weep for humanity. Meme King, my friend gave me X-Files for the PS1, but I already have a copy of it. Sell it off. Ethan, Crunch and 100 grand are the best.
Yeah! 100 grand.
What about Charleston Chew? You guys remember that?
Yeah, I love Charleston Chews. Put those in the freezer. It's a terrible idea, but for some reason it's awesome.
Another save room right there.
So if somebody uses the vape, and I've seen people who actually have used vapes to quit smoking. Like, that's awesome. But all the new information that you just gave me that I did not know about, I can't believe. I mean, I believe it because you said it, so...
You know what I saw?
Don't lie to me.
Before the stream went on today? What I saw today. So, where I work, when I go on break, I have like an hour-long break, so I don't like to stay there. I like to go out. There's a movie theater right across the street. So I go there, and while I'm just browsing around, sometimes I'll need to take a tinkle or whatever. So I go to take a tinkle in the stalls that they have. I kid you not, there was a guy dropping a deuce while vaping. Like, literally, you can hear him taking a dump, and then you hear... Like, really? Really? Like, that's really a thing? Come on. Let's see. Cookies and cream Hershey's. You know what? Those are okay, but I find that they're inconsistent in flavor. Sometimes they're really good, other times they're just really flat.
Should I just like waste all my handgun ammo? Like I don't need it anymore.
You could be using it against the zombies.
Like that's what I mean by waste.
Patrick O'Brien, best RPGs do you guys like? My favorite of all time is Chrono Trigger.
Ooh, I don't know how to answer this question.
Yeah, he's a big RPG guy. Now I can answer because I'm not an RPG guy. Panzer Dragoon Saga for the Sega Saturn.
I didn't save. Should I save here? I just saved.
How many ink ribbons you have?
7. Which I just like acquired. I'll save.
Punisher says Final Fantasy 7. Paco says Grandia 2. Imposter says Final Fantasy 8, Persona 3 and 4. Michael, in response to my question of me tagging out for Frank next week, Aldo, no, you and Frank. Remember, he respects you and Paul. Oh, he did say that last week, right?
Yeah, I think we all respect each
Remember,
other.
he said something about I said I was short, but he's like, I'm tall in respect. He said something like that, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. It's very accurate.
It made no sense, but
It's perfect sense.
I'm just a shorty. Patrick O'Brien, nah, Aldo is the man. You need to keep moderating. That means a lot, Patrick, because if this is your first time watching the stream, I do appreciate that. It's very, very kind of you to say. Buster, I have never played Chrono Trigger. Me neither.
Oh, Buster. Oh,
neither.
Aldo. Oh my God. Like, you want to, not a fan of RPGs, not too into it, start with Chrono Trigger. That's a perfect, am I wrong? Like, is that not like, that's an RPG to start with RPGs.
That's the SNES one, right?
Yeah.
Chrono Cross is the PS1?
Yeah.
Michael, Charleston shoes I buy at the Dollar Tree. Ethan, 100 Grand Crunch, White Chocolate Kit Kats, and Nerds are my favorite candies. Paco says Persona 4 is good. Never played it. Have it on PS Vita. I think you're asking if it's good. I've never
Persona
played it.
4 is good. I haven't beaten it, but also I've never beaten Persona 3 because I'm like 160 hours into the game. It just don't end. Persona 3 is a very, very, very good RPG. It's not my number one favorite, but it's not one of my favorites, but it's one of the best.
Doesn't make sense though. That's a contradictory statement.
Yeah, but it's accurate though. My favorites are, I don't know how. Oh man, Persona definitely like such a good. So dungeon crawlers suck. I don't like dungeon crawlers. Persona makes dungeon crawlers amazing because it's such a unique.
Now remember, the plants are here
Yeah.
when you opened that door.
Persona is very good.
Michael, Aldo, the honey buns you ate last week were awesome. Yes, they were. I love me some honey buns. Punisher, Pop Rocks, and soda. That's bringing it back to like
Yeah, that is
third
very
grade. Patrick O'Brien, my top 5 from the top of my head: Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 6, Persona 5, Earthbound, and Mother 3.
So the only ones I don't agree. I don't want to say I don't agree.
Well, it's his personal. So.
Yeah, but the only ones I agree like with you very much. but I've never played Mother 3. I've also never played Earthbound more than like 15-20 minutes. I do plan to. It's on my list. But I really like games that are in like a modern setting. Like Parasite Eve I love because it's like happening in New York right now. So like Earthbound, and then also Earthbound did that a while ago. So that's really cool. But it just didn't suck me in as when I first started playing it. I was like, whatever, I'll go back to it. Also, probably it's Final Fantasy 13 is probably my favorite Final Fantasy.
So Imposter says, Aldo, I like vapes.
And I've played all of them.
Don't want to waste money on them. Again, there's nothing wrong with, you vaping, but I just hope you're not dropping deuces and vaping while you're doing it. Meme King, after 7 years, I begin to play Silent Hill 2. This game reminds me of lots of good memories. I miss the old times. I think it goes without saying, Silent Hill 2 is a masterpiece.
Silent Hill 2 is the best Silent Hill out of all Silent Hills, in my opinion.
If you've never played it, Meme King, or if none of you have played it, actually Paul hasn't either, Silent Hill Shattered Memories for the PS2 or the Wii. I recommend the Wii. It's a remake of the very first Silent Hill, but it is done in such a unique way, and the reason why I say the Wii version is because it incorporates the motion controllers and all of the gimmicks that are associated with it, like the speaker on the Wiimote. You use it to make phone calls. The Wiimote uses a flashlight. Really immersive stuff. Amazing game. And very underappreciated because when it was on the Wii, it fell over a lot of people's under their radar.
Because you're like, yo, the Wii, I'm so sick of your gimmicks.
Michael,
I might get a Wii just for it.
Saga on Saturn, good choice, Paul. After playing it, I was a fan of RPGs. Well, actually, he hasn't played Panzer Saga. That was me. So, amazing game, yes. And again, I'm not into RPGs, but that game transcends the genre for me. It may be worth a lot of money, but it's worth every penny.
I earlier today, well, actually, all the way up until I was up till 8 in the morning last night modding a bunch of stuff. I think I was working on 5 Sega Saturns. A couple of them were broken. A couple of them needed to be modded. And they're all almost done. So I will be able to burn a copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga, even though all those, like he said he has, he's just going to bring it over. But I'll still just be able to just burn that game and then just put it in my Saturn and play it.
So good, so good. Oh.
Which I'm probably gonna. I'll eventually go and buy like the whichever games I want.
And it would be interesting for me to see how Paul reacts because he is the RPG veteran. So to see how that plant guys, flame rounds I think work on them.
Oh yeah, they do.
I would back away a little.
I like Claire without her jacket. She looks like a boss.
You can get him from there. Ooh, damn. Just shoot you. Do it again. Oh wait, there should be another one. Ethan, not a big fan of RPGs. Life is too short to put countless hours into a stupid RPG instead of playing Wii Fit for 10 hours straight. You're right. You're right. Punisher, Zelda Breath of the Wild was great. I keep hearing. Not enough for me to get a Switch, but maybe it's some point down the line. I don't know, but it's not anything that I'm begging for right now. Michael, Paul, don't forget tomorrow, RGC Day.
Oh, is that when they upload their videos?
I guess so.
I just wait for the notification.
Patrick, Mother 3 is way better than Earthbound. I picked Earthbound for nostalgia reasons. I hope Parasite Eve gets a remaster.
Me too. Me too, so much. I even like the Third Birthday. I feel like there's something I didn't do in that most recent area.
You heard it. Oh.
Die!
Shoot! Oh, you didn't shoot.
I was clicking.
Oh man. Punisher. I had a friend who was obsessed with Animal Crossing. He would get upset if he missed out on fishing in the game. That's kind of ironic because fishing is supposed to be very relaxing and calming, and yet he's getting very mad.
So on the RPG, it's an action RPG. It's my #1 favorite game of all time. It's Nier, the original one for PS3. I played it way before they even announced Nier Automata, so it's not like it's not an afterthought. It had been my favorite game. What's really cool is the way the creator, he like messes with you. And so like the dude that made the game, the way he set it up was he messes with you. So in the fishing simulator in that game, it tells you like, okay, when you lean to the left, press left. When you lean to the right, press right. And like that's how you'll catch a fish. And you do that and you'll never catch a fish because it's actually the opposite.
Messed up.
So he messes with you. And then like once you figure out to do it the opposite way and it works, you're like, this dude, I can't believe he did that. But it's really awesome. And he did the same thing in Nier Automata, where at the entire beginning of the game, it's constantly saying, there's no autosave feature, there's no autosave feature. And then like after like 2 hours,
There was. Krusty says, RPGs for me, Chrono Trigger, Earthbound, Uncharted, Water, New Horizons, Dragon Quest 8, and Final Fantasy 6.
I love 6. I really love 6.
Patrick says Phantasy Star 4 is top 5-ish too. Such a damn good game. Meme King, I never played Silent Hill Shattered Memories. I have a PS2, but I don't have PS2 controller or memory card. Like I said, if you have a Wii, it's far better on the Wii. If you can play it on that, much better. Krusty, I'm just getting into Phantasy Star. Should I just start on 1? If I were to say, I would say yes, just to see how it evolved from the Genesis to, Dreamcast era, Phantasy Star Online and all that. Just to see how things have changed.
So I've never played the Phantasy Stars. I did start 1 on the Master System just to see like what they were like. And it seemed pretty sweet. Oh, I have to get this one first.
So for those of you who have played the other Resident Evil games, this room reminds me a lot of Code Veronica. That's all I'll say about that. But kind of a tease. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but there are a lot of similarities to some things.
Why is this room frozen?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, there were DNA samples and stuff, and you do need to keep them in sub-zero temperatures so they don't spoil or degenerate.
Yeah, but here's all this high-tech equipment.
Well, something went wrong, yeah, and
Yeah.
the temperature went haywire. I could have sworn in Leon's scenario there was a file in here that kind of explained what happened.
Probably. It's all absorbed. I don't remember.
Let's see here. Meme King. My favorite RPG for the Xbox 360 is Dungeon Siege 3 and all the Fables. They are perfect. I haven't played either one. I do know that when Fable first came out, it was a big, big, big hit. But then, unfortunately, with each sequel, it kind of fell down in popularity and also reviews. I know, though the rumor is that there is apparently Microsoft wants to make a new Fable for the Xbox One. So, whether or not that happens, I don't know. Imposter, I'm sorry. Can I please just express myself? Final Fantasy VI is effing overrated. I have Final Fantasy Anthology on the PS1. It's not that compelling.
Are you talking about gameplay-wise or story-wise? Because a lot of people say that is a bad port. which, I mean, I played all of the PS1 anthologies and I found nothing to be wrong with any of them. But that's me. How did I open this door before? Oh.
Krusty.
Going from 4?
Whoa! Ooh, boy, you were not ready for that. You were not ready for that. Yeah, you need to be good.
Was that Imposter that said that about Final Fantasy VI?
Yes.
Did you play 4? What just happened?
These zombies are much stronger.
Look at the blood on her face.
Yeah, they're humping you. That's insane. Krusty, Paul, I watched your Nier review. I've legit watched thousands of reviews, but that review was nothing like any of the others I've seen.
My recent Nier review or my first Nier review from over a year ago?
You reviewed it twice?
Yeah.
Oh. Just out of curiosity, since it was nothing like any of those, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Or what was it about it that stood out? Just to satiate Paul's curiosity.
It's all my like really old game reviews from like pretty much when I started YouTube. I can't believe those zombies just killed me. Like I didn't know what I was doing. And I had to like remake it now that like I have like an understanding of like how to make videos and like all this kind of stuff. So I'm wondering which one you saw. Probably the new one. I don't think anybody watches my old stuff. Like my old game reviews.
Who knows?
Yo, yeah, die. Stupid.
Michael says, Paul, you were letting me down. Well, he was... those zombies were right on his ass, so, you know, he wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, but the worst
and
part...
the flame rounds don't really hurt them as much. If he had regular rounds, it'd probably be better.
Is there a way to unequip the flame rounds that are equipped into my thing?
I would hope so, but I honestly
don't think there
know.
is.
Let's see here. Oh, Krusty says, I didn't know there were 2 reviews. I'll check.
No, it's fine. If you saw the recent one, like that I uploaded a little while ago.
So the other one is the older game room?
Yeah, it's my old apartment.
Okay, so if you saw him behind the shelf of games that he has currently, the red one, then that's the newer one. If you saw him with a white background, with like a booklet type shelf,
yeah,
then that's the old video. Krusty, in the review, you really made it personal with your thoughts and how you made it feel in certain parts. Most people talk about graphics and story, for example, but don't explain how it impacts them.
Yeah, that was the new one because I didn't know how to convey those things on the internet in the old review, so you saw the new one, so thank you.
Michael says, I watch your past videos when I can. Ethan, you can equip a copy of Wii Fit Game of the Year Edition onto your Wii Box 360.
Yes.
That's an insider system. You can't tell people about that just yet. That's another 5 years coming.
It's funny because Wii and Xbox 360 are my least 2 favorite consoles.
I liked the 360. I think the 360 was the last console I legit enjoyed.
What?
I mean, like chronologically.
Oh, okay.
Like I got really invested into it. Because at the time, they were really... Crackdown was amazing.
What?
Dead Rising was amazing. You know, the first Gears of War was really fun.
First Gears of War was really fun.
Ninja Gaiden 2 was not as good as the first, but still very much fun. Perfect Dark Zero, even though it gets a lot of crap, I thought it was pretty good for a launch day title. You also had the amazing Burger King game, Sneak King. You know, where you sneak around as the king and you surprise people with Whoppers. It was great. Only on the 360, folks. The ports of Doom 3 were pretty good.
So that's a game I actually really want to play.
Let back up. What else? Oh, well, you know, Run, I mean. not walk. You also had ports of Marvel's Capcom 3, Street Fighter 4. So there were quite a few good games for the 360.
What do I have for 360? I have Lost Odyssey, Infinite Undiscovery, Death Smiles, Bayonetta.
Bayonetta again on the Xbox, yes.
And The Last Remnant.
Raiden Fighters Aces, which I love Raiden. It's my favorite shmup series of all time. So there was a compilation of...
See zombies.
Yeah, get him. Alright, one shot. Done. You made it unscathed.
And there's a key card.
And a diary, or a note. Imposter King, Sneak King, ha ha, yes. I have the trilogy. I have Sneak King, Pocket Bike Racer, and Big Bumpin'. I got them all.
Wait, what? No, don't go in there.
Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it?
I didn't. That wasn't what I was gonna do. I was just...
But you did it. You blew it, Paul. Liquor. Oh, man. See, you jumped. Yup, aim straight. Oh, they're gonna kill you. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you. Oh, my God.
Why wouldn't that thing die?
He jumped the gun, guys. He went through the vent.
I didn't mean to. I gotta go back. There's so much stuff I have to do.
Well, you unlock the door. Let's see.
Oh, so I don't... Oh, okay, so I can just...
Ethan King. I love the PS3 and the Wii. I want to like the 360, but I've had horrible luck with my 360s. Melting themselves, even the slim models, and the ugly E model died within a year.
Mine is in the... My 360 is mint condition, brand new, because I never use it.
I went through 3 Xbox 360s. 2 of them red ringed, and then I got the slim, and that one has lasted me. Ethan, I currently have an original 360 from 2008 that has outlasted every other Xbox I've had, so that's something at least. Patrick O'Brien, the new Doom is amazing. That's what I've heard.
So, funny story. I actually want to get an Xbox One. I want it for Killer Instinct, but I wouldn't mind having Doom for it.
Ultra Combo!
And it's in, like, people may say, well, you could just get Doom on PS4. You have a PS4. Why don't you just get Doom for PS4? And it's because, like, if I'm going to justify getting Xbox One just for Killer Instinct, I need to have at least one other game for it so I don't feel...
But he could get Killer Instinct on PC. He could get Doom on PC. It looks better.
The only reason why I would do that is to, like, not give Microsoft money. Which I'm going to be giving Microsoft money anyway. Yeah. But I would
in fact, you're giving them more money by buying a $400, $300 console plus the $60 or $20 game.
Well, I would just buy it for $80 used because it's going to go down to $80 used.
As opposed to buying it on Steam for $25?
I don't. But then if I buy it on Steam, I don't feel like I have it. But Killer Instinct's a digital game anyway. But at least if I have the entire Xbox One console...
Well, they do have a disc version. It's called Complete Edition.
Yeah, but isn't that just like the DLC?
Well, it's the game. It's the game, the DLC, plus the arcade versions of Killer Instinct 1 and 2, I believe.
Alright, so I would get that, yeah.
Ultra Combo!
I love that game so much.
Combo Breaker.
It's so sick nasty. Orchid, Fulgore, just like Slaughterhouse. Love it. Temporary user registration for the Culture Experiment Room. Username, guest, password, none. Valid, 24 hours. Right. Didn't have to read that.
You did see a computer.
I did. It's right over here.
In that room. Ethan, the new Doom is honestly one of the best FPS games that's come out in my lifetime.
So I don't like first-person shooter games on consoles, but I was at Rhodey's house, like a week or so ago, and he was like, we were playing Call of Duty, which I had never played before, and he had these thumbsticks where it made them like this high.
Okay.
Like it made them like really high, and it was actually like very enjoyable and like pleasant to play with these like legit like joysticks, like they were like Atari controllers, but on your thumbs, and it was actually really awesome, and it made the game very easy and very well to play. And
Call of Duty's fun if you're playing against somebody like side to side. Online though, it's just a joke.
That's how we were playing. We were playing online, and it was a joke because you could very easily figure out how the deathmatch respawn thing works, and it's literally like
people just camp where it is and just spam grenades all day.
And it will always spawn you behind somebody or spawn you to like the side of somebody so you can catch somebody off guard, which gives you a kill, which makes you feel good, which makes you want to continue to play. So it almost guarantees you getting a kill based upon the spawn pattern. So what you really have to do is you have to, every 2 people that you kill in Call of Duty, you need to then do a 180 because somebody's about to spawn right behind you. Every 2 people you kill in Call of Duty, spin around. Well, at least this was just the case for the one map that we played on. I don't know.
So Michael has a very important question. Final Fight or Streets of Rage?
Oh, wow.
Okay. So, do you want to answer first?
Streets of Rage.
Okay. For me, Streets of Rage all day. Now again, that is not saying that Final Fight sucks. It does not. Final Fight came out first.
Final Fight is awesome.
Is great. It is a timeless arcade brawler. It's got great music, and it introduced a lot of characters that are now in Street Fighter. So you have Guy, you have Cody, you have Mike Hagar, you have Maki, who is in Capcom vs. SNK 2. So, really awesome. Had great music. It was again really fun brawler. Streets of Rage, on the other hand, did not start off in the arcade. Started off on the Genesis. And if you're to compare Final Fight 1 to Streets of Rage 1, to me it's very hard to call. Final Fight looks better. Debatably maybe sounds better in some regards. It's much harder than Streets of Rage because it is an arcade game, so it's meant to take your quarters. Streets of Rage, on the other hand, for the Genesis, it's a much more completable game. That's not to say it's easy, because it is not. But the soundtrack, which was made by the legendary Yuzo Koshiro, is incredible. It basically utilized the Genesis soundboard in a way that no other person had done prior. So it's an amazing game. Now, if you were to compare Streets of Rage 2 to Final Fight 2, Streets of Rage 2 wins all day. Streets of Rage 2 is essentially the beat-em-up genre perfected. It improves upon the first game in every conceivable way. Better fighting mechanics, better animation, better sprites, better music, a better overall pace. That game is flawless to me. I have literally, I kid you not, in my lifetime, I've probably played Streets of Rage 2 at least 1,000 times. It never gets tiring for me. I never get bored of it. I always find something new with the game. I've come to the point where I've played it so much, I memorize the game by heart. I know every combo, every exploit for the AI. In fact, now, like, to give myself a challenge, I have to play it on Mania difficulty, which is the hardest unlockable. You need a code, a password to unlock it, where basically the enemies all have like 3 life bars, even the grunts, and the bosses have like 8 life bars, and they're like 3 times faster, they do more damage. It's just insanity. I love it. Incredible. Sorry for the rant, but Streets of Rage I'm very, very partial to. And Axel's better than Cody. Sorry. Retro, heck, I want to get an Xbox One S just to play Cuphead. It's on Steam, so you can get it on Steam. If you have a PC, it's cheaper.
Aldo just said everything Aldo said about Streets of Rage was beautiful. That was
So,
so well said.
we it's funny because Paul we didn't stream it, but there was one day where there was a friend of Paul's here,
you and David beat it, and
and-
Aldo was literally I was over there like
kind of
working
like
on something.
kind of like what Punisher's been doing. I'm giving like tidbits and like historical facts about the game all while I'm playing it, and like he's never played it before, or I think maybe he did,
But not
And-
like
but
since it came out.
Like so he didn't remember everything, and like I was just telling him what to do. Like like if an enemy throws you, hold up and C. You'll fall on the ground. You won't take any damage.
At one point, Aldo like looked and he's talking to me, and he's hitting the top
so,
button
like,
on
I'm-
the controller. He's
I'm doing-
talking to
I'm
me,
doing
not
an
even looking at the
infinite combo,
TV.
yeah.
And he's punching. He just knows the timing of when to hit, and he's not even taking damage. He's over talking to me right over there, while like killing everybody in Streets of Rage. Like not even looking. He's playing no hand.
No kidding. I love that game to no end. I would be more than happy to stream it at some point. It's one of those games. Again, you beat it in 20 minutes. It's brisk, but you have a hell of a time. It's great. A timeless classic. Anyways, let's see. Paco, the PS Vita is a really good tool to play PS1 games on the go. Yes, that is true. Unfortunately, that's what happened with the Vita, or you mean the PSP? Because I know when the PSP came out, a lot of people were just using it as an emulator.
Oh yeah, I was hooking people up with PSP flash drive or like PSP SD cards. Put all your PS1 games on it, all emulators. But now you can do that with the Vita.
Okay.
And I actually have one of those in the works. I have one coming to me tomorrow. I just got You didn't meet Nick. Nick's coming over tomorrow. And
Oh no, I saw Nick last week.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all right. Nick's bringing a hacked Vita. He's got his Vita collection is solid. I think it might be complete. I think that dude
Oh, wow.
has a legit. And if it's not complete, he needs like 20 titles or something. He's got a massive, insane Vita collection, and I was pretty much just like I'm gonna trade him like a Mega Amp and a diagnostic cartridge and some other stuff for like a hacked Vita.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Or I might just pay him in cash and then give him that stuff later on. I don't know. We haven't figured out the details, but I really wanted a white one because I got the PS4 in white. I got the PS4 white controller, so I wanted a white Vita. And I said to him, I was like, "Get me a white Vita. Get it to me. Hack it for me. Do all that." Since he I don't know. I didn't even know you could do that. I was like, "Do all that for me, and I'll either buy it from you or give you a bunch of cool stuff for it." And he was like, "Okay." And then he sends me a picture of this like sparkling red Japanese one.
Really?
And he was like, "It's region free and I could hack it and it could be the same thing. Do you want the sparkly red one or do you want the white one?" And I was like, "I've never seen a sparkly red Vita before."
Yeah, me neither. Patrick O'Brien. Streets of Rage 2 is the best beat 'em up of all time. I certainly cannot disagree with that. There are a lot of great beat 'em ups. Again, going back to Final Fight, a great game.
I was playing Final Fight CD like last month.
Which
It's
is
awesome.
a great port for the Sega CD. If you compare it to the garbage that is the Super Nintendo port, so much better. Because the problem with the Super Nintendo port is you couldn't play as Guy. It was only Mike Hagar and Cody. Guy wasn't in there. They took him out. Which is why they released Final Fight Guy later on, which added him back in. How dumb. But,
I'm
yeah.
partial to Golden Axe.
Golden Axe is amazing again too. Sega made amazing beat 'em ups. I mean, the Golden Axe in the arcade was awesome. The one on the Genesis didn't look as good, but it still felt like the arcade game. It played fine. Golden Axe 2, I like more. Most people don't like 2 because it is kind of like a cut and paste job from the first game. But
The first one's
I feel that the music in 2 is better, and I feel it's just nostalgia talking. But okay, so Sega back in the day, I think they always, it was like an in-joke. Like all their games would have a funny sound effect. So like in Golden Axe, when you kill an enemy, they go ah, like they do a scream. In Golden Axe 2, I don't know if their budget was like slashed or whatever. The enemies, instead of doing a death cry, they go, bleh. That's literally what they say, bleh.
I don't remember.
It's
this.
hilarious.
I gotta play it.
It's hilarious.
I gotta play it. I gotta play it. Usually when I replay Golden Axe, it's always the first one.
And the funny thing about, again, Golden Axe 2 is another game that, just like Streets of Rage 2, I know how to manipulate the AI. So the way the AI is programmed in the game is like you have a plane that you can walk up and down on, left and right. The enemies are programmed to mimic your moves. So when you go down, they go down. When you move up, they move up. So you can manipulate that. There are some stages that have pits. So they have like a pit or an edge, a cliff. So if an enemy's coming into frame and there's a pit, you move down, he'll move down and just fall down and die. Like, I think it's the third stage of Golden Axe 2, where you fight, you have your normal grunts, and then you have these giant minotaur-looking guys with maces. And there's supposed to be a fight where you fight 3 of them, one by one, but the problem is they're right next to a cliff, so if you're smart, you just go down, and they just, one by one, fall down the cliff. You bypass the entire fight. It's great.
Security measures in case of an emergency. In the instance of an uncontainable biohazardous breakout, all security measures will be directed toward the underground transport facility. In the instance that any abnormalities are detected among cargo in transit, all materials will automatically be transported from the loading zone to the designated high-speed train, at which point all materials will be isolated and disposed of immediately. In the instance of a Class 1 emergency, the entire train will be purged and disposed of without delay. In the instance that the lab itself becomes contaminated, the northernmost route currently used to transport materials to and from the facility will be designated as the emergency escape route. This route will secure passage to the relay points outside the city limits. Lemons. Disclosure about any information regarding research conducted here or the existence of this facility is strictly prohibited. Since it is top priority to keep all research classified, escape access may be denied certain extenuating circumstances.
So lots of comments to catch up on. I'm sorry that I went on my tirade here about beat 'em ups, but
yeah, who asked that question? That was a long time ago.
Yeah, sorry.
I was like, oh man,
Streets of Rage is a big love of my life. I'm happy to. I kid you not.
Did I just kill myself by turning on this gas?
I don't know. Maybe. It changed my life. No lies about it. Michael says, Aldo, have you seen Paul's White Saturn? It's sick. Yes, I saw it when he first got it. It was really awesome.
It's one of the 5 Saturns that I was up till 8 o'clock in the morning modding. I had to do my own.
Buster says, how are the graphics for Final Fantasy VII on NES? Typical NES graphics.
It looks like Final Fantasy 1, but... Oh, it's a plant. I thought it was Mr. X. I bugged out. It's, everything's, like, reworked to look like Final Fantasy VII characters. I'm playing it in RGB, so... Oh, are you serious? So it looks, like, phenomenal. It doesn't... It's alright.
Patrick, Turtles in Time is a close second for me. Turtles in Time,
Hyperstone Heist.
There are a lot of amazing beat 'em ups. Turtles in Time, Hyperstone Heist for Genesis, Turtles the arcade game for NES.
I love that game.
The Simpsons, X-Men from Konami. If you ever played the 6-player arcade cabinet, it's an amazing thing. There's the Peace Walkers for Super Nintendo, Double Dragon. There's
Spawn for Super Nintendo's
Spawn.
Single player, but it's still a great beat 'em up.
Mortal Kombat, Shaolin Monks. There is for the arcade. It never came out on consoles. Capcom released an Alien vs Predator side-scrolling beat 'em up, a 2D one. Incredible game. Also, liquor. Punisher. It's gonna come to the vent up there. You need to walk to activate him though.
Should I heal?
Oh wait, there's that one. I mean, he could technically kill you with the tongue, but I would.
You can.
I would try to shoot him from a distance. You might be far enough to hit him without triggering the other one.
What do you mean? Just kill this one?
Just shoot it straight. Yeah. No, not down.
I wasn't pressing down.
Oh, never mind.
It's like a spread shot.
Shoot straight. Oh. I think you wasted too much ammo. You shot those two blanks. Ooh. There's another one.
Where?
Beyond your line of sight. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs is another great one. It was on Sega CD, I believe, and the arcades. Hashtag bring Frank. I don't think he's coming tonight, guys. Sorry. I did screenshot your hashtags and everything, though. Paco, Aldo, what is the legit story about Fighting Force coming from Streets of Rage? Or was it the same creators? Okay, so don't quote me on this, but I believe what happened was initially Sega had pitched, or not Sega, but had outsourced a couple of developers to pitch a demo or like a vision of what a Sega Dreamcast Streets of Rage game, so it would be a 3D entry.
I forgot the map by the train.
I told you. Forget it now. So there was a company that did develop a tech demo, so to speak, of a potential Streets of Rage on Dreamcast. It was very rough. Again, it wasn't meant for public viewing. It was just meant for like internal meetings and all that. So again, years later, those videos surfaced. But Sega passed on it. And they were like, well, maybe it's not the right time. And then, you know, a few months later, the Dreamcast unfortunately ended. But you know what? I'm going ahead of myself. Actually, this was for the Saturn. I'm sorry. Before the Dreamcast one was ever happening, because Fighting Force came out for PS1. So for the Saturn, there was originally a couple pitches for a potential Streets of Rage game. For whatever reason, they never got around to actually making it. They passed. So I guess a few of those developers ended up moving to IDOS, and then from the data or whatever assets that they had created, they decided, well, let's make our own Streets of Rage, but just not call it Streets of Rage. Let's call it Fighting Force. And then it became what it was. Fighting Force is not good. It's fun, but not good.
Christian loves it.
But yeah, you can see how those similarities come into play. Let's see.
Somebody made a remake of, or like they made like a demo of what a remake of Streets of Rage would look like for like a Xbox 360, PS3 style console.
Oh wait, Frank wrote back. I told you in the looking at the YouTube. This was like 10:44 p.m. He said he would get here. All I got is my card. If they take that, Uber does take. Can take your.
That's the only way you can pay for Uber.
Yeah. Well, too late now. But
next time.
Woo! We got you. Oh. Let's see. Ethan, if I ever got Turtles in Time, it would be Hyperstone Heist. Genesis is better than SNES for me because it has cheaper games and also it has columns. Genesis can do what Nintendo doesn't. So you're close. The actual tagline was Genesis does what Nintendo don't. That was the actual tagline used by Genesis in the commercials for the Genesis.
Well, you can't combine a red herb with a mixed herb?
No.
You have to start red?
Mm-hmm. It's only red and green. Or red, green, and blue.
So I should just drink this red herb.
You can't take it on its own. That
You're right.
The red does nothing on its own. It has to be combined.
Alright.
Let's see here. Paul, save.
I just did.
Okay. Patrick, I have both Turtles games. Turtles in Time is the superior game. That's, It depends. I prefer Hyperstone Heist. I feel that the hit detection is a little bit better on that one. The graphics are better on the SNES, but I also like the way Super Shredder looks on Hyperstone Heist, as opposed to how he does in Turtles in Time. Michael, I played Streets of Rage 4 ISO on Saturn.
Really?
That can't be real. There was never a playable demo of that. It was just like little 10-second gameplay clips. Unless you're talking about Beats of Rage, which is a fan-made modification using like Street Fighter sprites and Capcom sprites.
There's also there's a Streets of Rage remake.
Yes, that was released on PC, which is excellent. Unless they did bring it to Dreamcast as an ISO. Streets of Rage remake is amazing. So basically, what it was, I believe, a Brazilian guy or a couple guys in Brazil who totally took the 3 existing games
And just took all their best qualities from each one
and put them into one, mega mix. Completely rewrote the source code. So remember the really cool thing is you can mix and match. So you could take like the Streets of Rage 1 version of Axel and put him in the Streets of Rage 2 game with the Streets of Rage 1 moves. Or vice versa. You could take the Streets of Rage 2 Axel, put him in Streets of Rage 1 and just completely destroy everyone. Had a lot of unlockable characters, had a lot of branching paths. Really awesome stuff. Unfortunately, Sega did shut it down from it getting further updates, but it's the internet, so you can find it.
Should I go into the keycard room or should I go this way?
Well, the keycard room was the moth, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. What? I can't tell you where to go, Paul. Fighting Force was fun at release. That's true, but once you play it again, you start to realize there's a lot of flaws. A lot of flaws. Oh, Ethan, Nintendo doesn't was a joke. It's so stupid sounding that I love it. My apologies. My sarcasm detector is on all-time low today. Punisher, live in your world, play in ours was one of my favorite PlayStation taglines. You know which one always bothered me? The old tagline for PS1 that says "You are not E." It would say letter U are not E, but it was a red font E, so it's ready. Get it? You are not red E. It was just, I don't know. It was
That's stupid.
Dumb to me.
I don't remember that one. I'm saving it again because I did some stuff.
Imposter. I bought the Metal Gear Solid collection for PS2. Taco, killing me with the herbs, Paul. Heal yourself. If you're in caution with 1 green. You guys should know by now that he likes to live on the edge. So Metal Gear Solid 3 is more than 8 gigabytes? I don't know. Punisher. It was really stupid that Metal Gear Solid 1 and VR missions were not in the Legacy Collection on PS3. Really? Not on the Play? I could have sworn that was just an Xbox thing, but if they weren't on PS3, then that's dumb.
I have Metal Gear for NES. It's like one of my... It's funny. Wes was over here. Wes is like huge into like NES, Atari. Like he's like likes a lot of the older stuff. He looks over at my NES collection. He's like, "Your NES collection's whack." It's like 12 games, but one of them's Metal Gear.
Oh yeah, you gotta blow those moths away. You're good. Rotom. Ethan says, Splashdown Rides Gone Wild is an awesome jet ski racing game. Imagine Wave Race, but with the insanity meter turned up so high it's melting.
That sounds pretty cool.
Is it better than Jet Moto?
Love Jet Moto.
Jet
What
Moto.
is this moth doing?
Well, you're just ignoring him, so... Did you activate the...
Yeah.
Yeah? Then leave. You have absolutely nothing there. Oh, nice juke. Paul didn't light the mortar flare. No, he didn't. He did not. I forget what does that do? I forget what it does, honestly. Does it highlight an item that you get later on?
I can go back.
That's way back there, man. I don't think you can. But yes, he skipped it. He actually said, "Should I do it?" And no, you need. There's a key you get, I think, in that room. There's a bunch of zombies in it. I remember. Naked zombies. You're not gonna have enough ammo.
I'm not gonna have enough inventory space.
Alright, that's one.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What are you doing? You had an opportunity. Go, shoot him. What are you doing? What are you doing? You ran right into him.
I was trying to, like...
No. He was on the left. You turned to the left. He blew it.
I wanted to get in a position where they were all in front of me and I could just
that's not going to happen.
conserve ammo.
He blew it. He blew it, guys. That was totally his fault. Splashdown and Jet Moto can't be compared. That's an unstoppable force versus an immovable object. I'd recommend both. It's that good, huh?
I love Jet Moto. Jet Moto 2, I need to play.
You know what's great about Jet Moto 2 is that final stage where you start off in heaven and then you fall down into hell. Oh, it was awesome. Remember that?
I never beat the game.
Oh, look, you didn't even see. Oh, so it's awesome. So like, you start off in heaven, and it's like all this like angelic music. It's like everything's all peaceful, and then halfway through you dip down, it gets dark, and you're in hell, and it's just all like heavy metal. But then you go up back into the heaven, then to hell. It was awesome.
I played Jet Moto 2 on the demo disc for like 2 years straight. And then I ended up getting Jet Moto 1.
Imposter, I'm about to have a heart attack. Yeah, Paul blew it. Paul, you panicked. Paul, settle down and finish the game.
I know, right?
Paco, the key for that blue light right there.
You trying to remember where that key is?
Is that what the mortar did? Paco?
Wait, so now that I've registered Leon and Claire's fingerprint, I can get into that room.
You should be able to, yes.
Oh, but that was far back. Should I go there?
We'll see what you need to... I mean... that was in the other hallway, right?
It was a while back, yeah. Should I do it?
You could try and see what's there. I mean, you might need to go there later. Honestly, I don't remember, to be honest. I'm going to go restock on fuel. Speaking of Mountain Dew, Jet Moto 1 had Mountain Dew all over the place.
Yeah, it did.
Right? But like, as you're racing, you would see billboards with Mountain Dew, or like half the racers would have to do on their jacket. Jet Moto was awesome. That was a really cool game. Apparently there was one for PS2.
Really?
But I didn't hear anything about it, so it must not have been that good. That'd be a really cool game to bring back.
I really liked Wave Race 64. The wave physics and the wave mechanics in it were on point. This is a little bit of a backtrack, but I'm doing it. I want to, because I didn't get to get in that room as Leon.
Well, there shouldn't be any more enemies out there.
Up here, at least, no. Wait, it wasn't this way. Where was it? It
Oh,
was
the east
back.
area.
It was
The
back.
red hallway, the blue hallway, probably.
How is this under a police station?
Oh, it's that door. Right?
Okay. And why is Umbrella under the police station? And what is Umbrella? Like, what are they really? So that's really cool. That you can only open this in scenario B, whoever it is.
You got lucky.
The music in this room is pretty sick.
Is that Tyrant?
Yeah, I ain't gonna go to that. I'm not gonna inspect that yet. In case he jumps out.
You know, oh,
Oh, because they knew I was gonna take it as Leon. So they give it to you anyway as Claire.
but only if you remember to go to that room. Yeah, look at that guy. It's just like his intestines have just been...
Yo, he's done. He's so done. The music in this room is really dope. Oh, it doesn't give you a close-up? It just makes you kill 3 lickers and then gives you a submachine gun?
Hey, a weapon's a weapon.
Yeah.
Especially since you're running low on handgun ammo.
Oh, I'm done with the handgun. Handgun's done. We're out of here. I never got a shotgun this entire game.
Yeah, but you got the bow gun. You just never really used it.
Yeah. Not a fan. I like the shotgun.
Instead of the shotgun, she had the grenade launcher.
Yeah, and if you didn't give her the grenade launcher, she would have been screwed. Let's be real.
Oh, yeah.
You could just move that out of the way.
Yes! Oh, baby.
That was so random. I didn't expect him to do. I didn't expect that today. Even though I was the one that said it was okay.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Every day's an adventure.
Every day is an adventure.
Alright. So it's possible that had you proceeded with the game, you may have just totally missed out on that room.
Yeah. But let's be real. I need all the firepower I can get.
Ain't that the truth? Especially now, because in this area as Leon, this was endgame stuff. This is like getting really towards the end. As Leon, I don't know. Scenario B may be different.
Now I can just ditch this. Get out of here.
Ah, so Paco, the mortar, you missed out on a room that had a bunch of grenade rounds.
Word. It's all good. What do you guys think? Should I take the machine gun with me, or just...
You should use the submachine gun, right?
Alright. What do you think about my loadout? Let me know. Help me out. Oh yeah, I beat Leon's in 20 saves. I'm at save 19 right here.
Imposter, LMAO. We ain't under the police station anymore, bro. Umbrella owns, like, everything. Umbrella is Disney's parent company. At least that's what the bug-eyed children who live in the basement of my local AutoZone say.
Damn.
Krusty, 3 liquors and he didn't flinch. Way to go.
Yeah. Thank you. Normally they would get me.
Punisher, Umbrella, a global pharmaceutical company that secretly develops bioorganic weaponry. Yeah, just like Johnson & Johnson or, you know, Tylenol or whatever. Ethan, the first Resident Evil I played was 5. Good life choices, huh? Oh, use your submachine gun.
What?
Use your submachine gun.
You think?
Why waste heavier ammo on... Oh, yeah, you got a Rambo. Oh!
Kick him in the head.
Run! It's like the movie Commando.
This one's not dead in front of me.
No. Back up. Double tap. Oh, that's too far now.
Come at me.
Can you freeze things in RE? No. Oh, danger. Dang. Yeah, freezing is different. That's a different Resident Evil game. There you go, Punisher. That's what you do. RE2 was all about that grind. It was, but Code Veronica takes grinding to a whole other level.
Now I don't know where to go.
That was close. Well, you have a key.
Yeah, I don't remember where I had a room that I couldn't get into. I think I have to go all the way back up.
No. Remember the hallway where you first passed this? Or Annette, that's her name.
Sherry.
I asked her, she's never even heard of the G-Virus before. Which room? Tell me. Sherry.
Oh!
No.
Annette.
Samples inside the pendant Sherry's wearing.
How did you get separated with Sherry anyways? I don't remember.
I went to go check on something, and then the train kept going.
Oh, yeah. Now, do you want to do that? You might want to save. I don't know.
I'm sure I'll find another save on the way.
Yeah, you sure? Okay. Now see that hallway to your right. That's
Oh yeah, you're right. That was the last one.
no.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably should save.
Ethan, Resident Evil 7 looks really cool. I'd play that on PS4 for sure. Great game. I just played it a few months ago. Awesome. If you have PS4 VR, definitely a game worth using that for, without a doubt. I can't go into details because Paul's here, but really awesome. Change of pace. A lot of people thought going first person would ruin the franchise. I think it gave it new life.
What do I need to get into that hallway? The lab card key or the key that I have? It's the key that I have.
Pretty sure it's the key you have. The rest of the chat was spoiler? Well, I didn't talk about what you guys were talking about with RE3, so no. I'm keeping spoilers down to a minimum. Now remember, Paul's not looking at the chat. Oh. Okay. Is that what it is, Paco? Okay, so... Remember there was a room that was locked near that fingerprint room?
Yeah.
That's what that key's for.
So that's where I go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought...
Yeah, because I think you need the Mo disc for that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Which I didn't even get yet.
I mean, check the screen. If it asks you, you can just say no, but I'm pretty sure you need a Mo disc for that.
No, you're right. But I get the Mo disc from the room. That's where the key is.
Mo disc. That's how gangster RE3 is. Paul can feel it in his pants.
I want to play it.
Ethan, arcade-style racing games, simple platformers, music games, puzzle games, and old games in general are what I'm into. Nothing wrong with that. Speaking of arcade-style racing games, the greatest one of all time, Daytona USA.
Oh, yeah.
Came out in 1993. There has never been another racing game, arcade racer, that comes close. Daytona is just timeless. It is the perfect arcade game. You just get in there, you drive, you feel like a badass. It's got this, like, it perfectly encapsulates what Sega was at its dominance, at its height. Just pure fun, throw your brain out the door, just take it for the ride and enjoy the moment.
Wait, I'm going this way, right?
Blue hallway, yeah. Buster, Paul, what kind of discs do the Saturn take? Just CDRs. I mean, if you're looking for backups, you would burn the ISO to a CDR. Wait, read it again? No, the door. Oh, card key.
It's the card key, which I just put in the save room. Man.
Punisher. Shinji Mikami must have been super busy producing and overseeing RE3 while directing Dino Crisis. Yeah, he was a busy guy, and he wanted to cut his head off for Resident Evil 4, but he never did it. What a loser, huh? He didn't go through with his promise.
So I want to play the Dino Crisis games, too.
Red card, yeah, we just found that out, Paco. So yeah.
Where's my closest save?
That would be the red hallway, right?
Yeah, but where I just was really far away. I feel like there's a closer one somewhere.
I mean, there was the other hallway, but honestly, I don't remember. Buster, I never played Dino Crisis. So a lot of people did it, so it's,
Oh, there's one right here. That's what it was.
Great game, though. If you've played Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, Dino Crisis is really... It might be on the other side. You just take the door. I mean, whatever.
Like, I really want to play Dino Crisis 1 and 2.
Buster. Paul, take stretch breaks in between gaming.
I do. I get up here and there.
Yeah, he gets up. If anyone, it's me. I don't get up just to get drinks. Oh, that's what that key is. Okay. You're right, Paco.
Oh, where's my save chest? Do I really have to go all the way down?
Imposter. I really want Odin Sphere for PS Vita. I keep hearing that name, but I don't... I don't have.
I just realized I saved at the chest and then went all the way up there.
Oh,
so instead of
yeah,
running all the
yeah,
way
yeah.
down.
You're right. Punish.
I got Odin's Sphere for PS2, but I need a new disc. So I need a loose copy so I can have it. I have it for PS4. I haven't opened it. But I was...
Oh, yeah, I see it right there.
Yep. But I was playing recently a lot of Dragon's Crown for PS3. It's made by the same people. There was also...
Is that the one with the really, like...
Yes.
The women with the insane proportions?
Yes. So,
Which made no sense. It's like you have the witch with the insane cleavage, and then you have like this really buff woman.
the Amazon.
But like her legs are like this huge, and like her head is like this small.
The whole game has these like...
Astronomically ridiculous proportions.
Yeah. And like it gets... It's like pretty... It's like... After a while, like after just seeing it at face value you're like, that's weird. But after a while and you see that they do everything in the game like that, you're like, that's actually like really cool. Very unique. So it's made by Odin Sphere, then also Dragon's Crown. They also made a Sega Saturn game.
Really?
Which is very similar. Same type of game. And it was only released in Japan. And I don't know the name of it. Can anyone fill that in? Because I would like to know the name of it so I can burn it and play it on Sega Saturn once I finish modding my Sega Saturn, which will probably be after the stream. Along with 4 other people's Sega Saturns. Gotta do mine too. Where's the keycard? Oh, there it is. 2 health, 2 ammos, and then 2... Yeah, I'll be okay.
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure those games are developed by a company called Vanillaware.
Ethan, are there any good 3DS games you guys could recommend? A friend lent me a new 3DS XL, and I'm hyped to play some gems. If you don't have it, Super Street Fighter 4 for 3DS is actually, all things considered, a really cool port.
I don't have a 3DS.
Super Mario 3D Land.
But if I did have a 3DS, the first and only game that I would probably get for it would be Bravely Default. But I would get one of those new... I would get whichever one doesn't have the stupid 3D, because that hurts your eyes. I know you can turn it off.
Oh, Resident Evil Revelations. That way you can see Jill's booty in glorious 3D.
Revelations?
Revelations 1, yes.
Isn't that also on PS3?
Yes, but they changed it so her booty's not
Smaller?
as pronounced, yeah. Also, for digital games, highly recommend a game called Mutant Muds. I think it was you, Ethan, who said that you like the indie games. This is from a guy called Jules Watham. Really old school type platforming game where basically you are a guy, you have a jetpack, and you have a gun, and you shoot like these mud-like creatures. But the cool gimmick about the game is it uses the 3D, kind of like Wario for Virtual Boy, where you start in the foreground. I should do this way because you guys are looking this way, and then you get to jump into the background and continue on with the game, and you get to hop from foreground to background. Really cool depth of field. It was released later on for the Wii U and other platforms, but it definitely worked the best on 3DS. Let's see. He's dead. He's dead.
The blood is green.
You were totally like shooting him when he was dead. Patrick, Paul, is RGA your main job, or do you do something else too?
I have a full-time job. Well, it's not really full-time. It's a part-time job. I work full-time job hours, but with a part-time schedule. My goal is to leave that and not do that anymore, and then just literally just mod consoles and sell stuff on my website, and then make YouTube videos. It's like really, really what I want to do. Obviously, I just want to make YouTube videos, but in order to not have a job so I can make YouTube videos, I have to sell things on my website. But it's okay because I'm selling things that like I really like and I really care about, and that are, I have a lot of projects that I'm working on. Why can't I activate this thing? So I wish, I hope, and I want it to be. I have a video game script, and my goal is to make that a video game. That's like my end game goal that I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna do it again, and then make another one. But I got a lot of steps to take to get there.
But he will get there.
Oh, absolutely.
And
just like I will beat this game.
Yes. And just to remind you, with the plants, flame rounds are always the best for them.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't want to waste the ammo. I feel like I'm missing something here.
He's got a dream. It's always good to have a dream. And you may not get it tomorrow, you may not get it, immediately, but it's about the grind and it's about the journey and the stops along the way that give you the experience and needed to attain that goal.
My for the video game the script for the game that I'm making, I also have a separate script that's a prequel to that script, and the prequel I plan to do in the form of a comic book. So I got, and hopefully if I could just like do creative stuff and like make a living off of it, like that's it. And hopefully modern consoles will be enough to make a living off of, to get me to doing other more creative stuff.
But that's cool. And I have full faith that Paul will get there. And
me too.
I have told him that he will, and if there's anything I can do to help along the way, I'd be more than happy to. Even if it's just sitting here on stream and talking to you fine folks. But I would like to see him attain that dream. It's a really cool thing what he does. And especially in this area that we're in, no one else does what he does. So it's really cool to see something that he does that so directly strengthens the retro gaming community here. So.
Like, there's another guy that comes over to my house. You guys haven't met him on the internet yet, but I plan for all of you guys to meet him on, like, via YouTube videos, and then maybe live streams after that. But he comes to my house all the time, and he just, like, sits over there and just fixes consoles and, like, mods consoles, and then, like, goes home. It's not his full-time job, but he hopes that can be his full-time job, where he just comes here, mods stuff, so he can, like, have fun and, like, enjoy himself and use the money from having fun to support himself, which essentially is, like, the American dream, I guess.
Yeah, right. To do what you love and not work a day in your life, because it's not work if you like what you do.
I'm lost.
You're lost?
Yeah.
What do you? So what do you? Okay, that key, right?
Oh my God! What? Michael is probably like, look at the map.
Yes, that too. So Paco was asking what everyone else's job was. So obviously Paul gave his. Let's see, Krusty working the street corners mainly, and IT as a backup. IT, I've done IT. I did IT many years ago, 2009-ish. At that time, it was good, but unfortunately, a year later, at least in the Connecticut market, a lot of IT companies were outsourcing. So I was the newest one. Unfortunately, I got the axe for outsourcing to India. Hasn't been the same since. The problem with IT now is, you need 15 plus years experience. Who has that though? Well,
That's the door that I need.
Anything that's not colored in means you haven't been there.
So you need to go to the first floor. Look, it's...
Well, that's not doors.
Yeah, what does that look like?
What does that look like? I don't know. Doom. Doom 1.
So I gotta go here. I gotta go to Laboratory B1.
That purple flashing door?
Yeah.
That might be it. Paco, Paul, you are living the dream. Very successful, man.
Well, I'm not. I plan to be. I hope to be.
Ethan, my current job
thank
consists
you.
of walking around and sticking gum under people's windshield wipers. It's not a good job, but it serves the community well overall. Well, as long as you're being a good Samaritan, that's all that counts, right? You're giving people gum. Okay. You're getting warm.
Yeah, because I didn't go this way.
What about those double doors behind you?
I didn't go that way either. No, I came from there. There's a save and there's a chest here. But my loadout is fine. I came from those doors over there. Pretty sure.
Paco, I work Texas oil field. I'm at work now.
Really?
Hey, you've been watching the stream this whole time? I'm telling. Ah.
That's how I got there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how I'll get back upstairs. But let's see what's over here. There's just nothing.
Oh, Christian.
What up, Christian?
I finished my setup, playing OG PSX 8TM. I've been watching, mostly listening in for the past couple hours.
Where is she?
Ethan, Aldo, I get paid in Trident layers. You get paid in gum? Oh, that's... I wish I was you, man.
Christian, send me a picture of your new setup.
Christian says, nice stream, fellas. We got the inspiration from you, my dude. You're the man.
You were playing Resident Evil before me.
And you surpassed him. So now your job is to find Sherry. Where was Sherry? You saw her on the TV.
Yeah, but she was at she was by the train.
That's where you need to go. Ethan, my actual job is cleaning consoles and doing repairs on mainly cartridge systems for a local game store.
Really?
That's awesome. That's really cool.
You're lucky that that's your main job. I want that to be my main job.
If I had the knowledge and know how to do it, I would love to do that too. But I don't have that knowledge. But what I would like to do is, you see my shirt, this is where the LAN center I used to work at, called Game Haven. A very, very, very cool place that unfortunately shut its doors far too soon. My long-term goal is to eventually open up a LAN center / just a hangout spot for people to come in, play some games, talk shop, host some tournaments here and there. Just a place to bring people together. You know, that mutual love of gaming. That would be what I would love to do. Just having worked at the LAN center I was at, seeing how what we offered made so many people happy. It got them out of their homes. It got them to socialize. I would like to be able to facilitate that as well.
Ethan, if you ever need parts for any console of any kind, replacement, whatever, I literally have just about everything in my attic. So if you ever need something like a rare, obscure, weird part, I may not have it, but feel free to hit me up on social media or some sort of something or another. I probably have it. My attic is literally just full of boxes of parts for all different consoles. And meanwhile, you can help me not get lost in Resident Evil, because Alright.
Okay. Do you know what you got to do? Nope. Look at your camera angles. Right there.
Yeah, I gotta probably climb up it or something.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Now, how would you climb up there?
Oh, watch this. Don't tell me. Watch. Let's see how good I am. Let's see if I'm good.
I hope he's good.
Let's see if I'm good. Let's see if I'm good.
Michael, my job. I play the knockout game, and pimp is a side job. Hey, you like Pootie Tang? Sadate? There it is. Oh, he's got it. You got it. All right. You just needed a little nudge, right? I kind of gave it away, though. My bad. Krusty, I work for Michael. Do you now? You pimp, or you're his hoe? You get the money for him? Krusty, everyone played RE before you, Paul. That is true. Patrick O'Brien, Aldo, I sent you a friend request on Facebook. You were a very cool dude. Wow. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm happy to I'm happy to know that I'm a cool dude. But am I a bad dude like the guys from the video game? I prefer to be a bad dude because what they did is they beat up a bunch of ninjas that kidnapped the president and then they went out for burgers with him. That was pretty cool. That was pretty bad. Alright, so... Oh, but yes, I will check that in a second, Patrick. Punisher, I help Best Buy Geek Squad set up 75-inch TVs in people's homes. Sometimes it's in multi-million-dollar homes. So you work for the Magnolia? That's what it's called, right? The high-end installation service?
How am I going to get this box over there?
Camera angles, my man.
Okay.
I know someone who does something similar with Best Buy, so I know he actually found a home where a guy had a whole bunch of complete in-box NES games. He had Mega Man's 1 through 7, or 1 through 6.
Wow.
Mint, and he just had them sitting in the basement, just collecting dust. Amazing. Ethan, to be fair, my job consists of mainly cleaning dried up soda out of N64 pin connectors all day. A toothbrush and magic eraser are my tools of the trade. Buster, I have no job, sadly, but I draw commissions occasionally. What do you draw? Like, what type of things do you draw? Is it just anything that people ask, or do you have a certain... Do you, like, lean towards comic books, or portraits, or anime, or... just out of curiosity, what you do. Patrick O'Brien, Wadata Madami Sipatan. So you play, Pootie Tang. Oh, yo, oh.
The monster doctor's after you. Throw it to me.
Oh, he's after you now. Yo,
She goes in the vent.
Oh, fight's on you, dude. Oh, Claire's. Oh, look at that shot.
Go get it.
Oh, into the magma.
That's so reminiscent of Terminator 1.
She just said sucker. Oh.
Wait, so there's no final boss as Claire? Or does he come back all melted?
I can't tell you that. Ethan, Paul, the main thing I need right now is N64 shells. A PS3 fell off of a shelf in the storage room and obliterated 6 or 7 N64s. PS3 and the 64 still all work, though.
N64 shells for the console or for the cartridge?
Yeah, console.
Oh, I think I got some.
Patrick, he said I'm a bad dude. Hey, thank you, Patrick. Paul's a bad dude, too, though, so don't discount Paul.
I'm alright.
Punisher, I'm outside help with a company called Apex Systems. It's temporary, but it gets me by. As we grow older, getting by is what we need. We got to pay the bills. We have other responsibilities to do, so I certainly feel you there. I hope that you can find something that you enjoy, though.
Yo, now he's mutated. Did he... Foreshadowing.
Where are you? Sherry!
Retro Heck. Hey Paul, did someone contact you about some PS1 consoles that turned on but did not play games? I told him about you since you fixed them.
No. But good looks. Maybe they did. I just haven't checked all the messages and such. I don't know where I'm going.
Ethan Lester,
thank you.
N64 was the holiday retro gaming item this year. That was all I worked on for a solid 3 weeks. 10 cleaned N64s every day. Get them in and get them on the shelf. Easy money. Patrick O'Brien, do you guys like anime?
I've only ever seen... I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what to do. I need to save, I feel.
There was, there was a elevator shaft down there, I think, with the save room. To the right.
Right here? I've only ever seen Akira, Princess Mononoke, and Ninja Scroll. And I really, really, really love them. Like, a lot. So I want to see more like them.
Oh, this is already fought. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
The next one I want to watch real bad is Ghost in the Shell. And whichever one Aldo told me about, Blue Dragon something.
Oh, Perfect Blue.
Perfect Blue.
Perfect Blue. Yeah, so for me, anime, it's more 80s, 90s. That's what I grew up on.
Just
so
kind of like all the ones that
Yeah.
I've seen her from.
So, you know, things like Fist of the North Star.
That's another one I want to watch.
I have that.
Yeah.
Yo, you want to watch it tomorrow?
We got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night.
I'm down.
Alright, work.
So we just impromptu made another get together. Yeah. Fortunately, we can't stream that though, because that's illegal. Can't do that.
I'm so lost.
We gotta go upstairs then. Let's see. Castlevania series on Netflix was amazing. Season 2 this summer. I haven't seen it yet, actually. I've been meaning to. I just... No, you gotta go up.
Oh, the other elevator.
Ethan, the hardest part of working for a game store is not being able to buy a rare, awesome system when it comes in. I could buy anything in the store as soon as my shift ends, but that seems scummy.
No,
Not
do it.
scummy because you're putting it to use as opposed to immediately flipping it over. You're like, hey, I bought this really cool thing, let me sell it for double the value. You're actually using it because you want to play it.
So should I get this ink ribbon from here and then just go downstairs and save? Yes, right?
I guess.
Dude, I do the repairs for game stores. And I go in the game stores all the time, and I'm always scouting for whatever cool stuff they got that I want. And, like, if it just comes in, I'm like, yeah, I'm buying it, like, right away. Before somebody else does.
Yeah, right. Patrick O'Brien.
If I need it. If I don't need it, I don't buy it.
Those are 3 one-shot masterpieces. Ghost in the Shell is great. Perfect Blue is fantastic. Yep. I forgot to mention a few others. There's Wicked City, Vampire Hunter D, Project A-Co, Blue Submarine #6, Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Inuyasha, Berserk, Golgo 13, Lupin the Third, Dragon Ball, obviously.
I've heard of some of these. These are all the old school ones, right?
Yeah. Gundam, like old school Gundam. I mean, Gundam Stardust Memory,
Yo, I remember,
079.
like, Ronin Warriors.
Ronin Warriors, Rurouni Kenshin. Yeah, there were a lot of good stuff. Ethan, I usually let things go when they come into the store. Saturns, colored N64s. I'd rather see someone else come in and flip out over the awesome find. That's true.
Yeah,
It would just suck if that person buys it just to flip it on eBay, you know? That's the kind of thing you don't know it'll happen.
like I don't need like colored N64s or stuff like that. Why is it going down? I want to go up. Where am I going? I'm lost. I'm going to the train. The things that I'm looking for are so like far-fetched.
What? You should have a weapon equipped. Because you never know. Paul has the habit of not equipping weapons. I don't know why.
Because I don't know where I'm going.
So, because you don't know, shouldn't you be prepared?
Like, where am I going? I'm going to the train, right?
Are you?
I have no idea. I need to, like, do some emergency evacuation protocol.
What do you have in your... Do you have that key anymore?
No, I used
No,
it.
right? Nope.
And this is, like, in the basement. Like, I don't want to be in the basement.
Patrick, I've seen most of those Aldo We Think Alike, no doubt. Paco, Outlaw Star was special to me. That's another great one. Yes, Outlaw Star came out kind of around the same time, late 90s, around Cowboy Bebop time. Really awesome show, yeah. Gene Starwind, what was the cat girl? Aisha Lele.
Oh, something just happened.
Yeah, see, well, this is where you needed to be. There she is.
Sherry, you have to stay. I know I've been a terrible mother, but I still love you. Forgive me. Sherry, you have to go now.
Well, now you found where you needed to be. Yeah. Oh, there's a gun.
Yo, it's a Magnum!
Oh, what a tease. What a tease.
No, she got something in her hand. It's the master key for the elevator.
Wow! Ah, no weapons. Well, if I were you, I'd probably hit the blue hallway again for that one door that you couldn't open. You never know, it may be unlocked now. But yeah,
There's no time to go back.
Outlaw Star. Lord Hazanko and the N-10-7. What was it they used to say when they would pray? They'd be like, what was it that they would chanting? They'd be like, Bhagawa Sampa, Bhagawa Sampa, Bhagawa Sampa, Bhagawa Sampa.
Sherry, where are you?
Oh, you're just leaving her behind. Oh, see?
Stop crying.
Well, her mother just died. Gotta cut her some slack, you know.
Alright, fine. Just because of that. But she was crying before when her parents were fine. She's like 7. Cut her some slack.
Ethan, the only thing I'd buy immediately would be a grape purple N64. Had it when I was super young and regretted selling it ever since. Okay, so now you're going to use the master key for the elevator, but
Should I save?
you should probably save.
Oh my god. I might beat this.
You might do it. You might.
It's my last ink ribbon, so I kind of better.
Punisher, my next console to get is a red see-through N64. Ethan, I actually have a friend who buys N64s here in Texas and takes them back to Wyoming, where he lives and sells them for $150. That's a steal around those parts. They don't come up pretty much ever.
Should I just stock my inventory? Just stack it with everything?
I don't know. You don't know what you'll need.
I'm
I
just
mean,
gonna-
you have a submachine gun. You have 2 grenades.
I'll be fine with that amount of bullets for grenade. I'll just bring the extra health.
Hey Patrick, I just added you on Facebook, my man. Thank you for the request. Be sure to follow Retro Gaming Arts on Facebook, so you can see everything that Paul posts over there. I see you're friends with, as you mentioned, with Paul before. Let's see here.
The elevator's this way. Sherry.
Imposter, this music is a sign of the end times. Paul, set yourself up for the finale. I think he's ready.
I'm ready. Well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. But you guys have about to witness me beat 2 Resident Evils.
Now remember how long it took you to beat Resident Evil 1.
18 hours.
No, the final boss.
3 days.
So we'll see if you.
That was my first time Resident Eviling.
You're right. I'm just saying.
Go to the bathroom and then
He's got to beat this boss. He's got to detox his body for the goodness that's about to come. I follow them all the things. All right, cool, Patrick. Just saying. Michael, Paul, you're gonna choke. Viralis.tv. Thank you for stopping by, man. Imposter, Resident Eviling. LOL. Yeah. You're about to witness greatness, guys. This could... Now, again, he could fail miserably. I don't know. Like we did with Tyrant, it took him quite a few tries to get the hang of it. I don't know if maybe he is more prepared this time. We'll see. Punisher. I never really got into playing anything that was before the 32-bit era, but I did build a Raspberry Pi for emulating all those old systems. That breaks my heart. I mean, the Raspberry Pi, I guess, is cool for that, but I'm just of the mentality that you can't ever beat having the original hardware. But again, not everyone has the space or the means to have all these systems. So in that case, a Raspberry Pi would suffice. But hopefully, maybe sometime down the line, you can experience the legit hardware at some point. Ethan, drain the old tunnel snake. Yep, that's what's happening right now. Krusty, those are my favorites too, Michael. I do like PS1 and SNES too. And you know what? I gotta charge my phone, man. I was at 76% when I started the stream, and now I'm at 17. I'm about to die. You guys are killing me. Punisher, yeah, I don't really have room for Commodore or ColecoVision. That's true. Commodore is great. Commodore 64 had such an amazing soundboard. A lot of really cool music came from that era. Fun fact, a really random tangent about the Commodore 64. If you ever played a game called Comic Bakery, if you look it up on YouTube, look up Comic Bakery for Commodore 64. Look for the main theme. Listen to the main theme. And then on the Game Boy, when Jurassic Park, the movie came out, they made a Jurassic Park game for the Game Boy. And the song for the first stage is an actual direct rip of the Comic Bakery song for Commodore 64. Pretty funny. But really cool, too. I assume it was an homage, but it literally is like a note-for-note rendition of that. It's real, guys. It's happening. I need to charge my phone again. I gotta find out. You said you had an extension cord?
Yeah, it's right there.
For USB?
No, but you can pull the whole charger from the wall. There's an extension cord under there. This PS2 is plugged into it, so be careful.
This?
No. It's brown. It'll be like deep under there.
Holy moly.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
I don't even see it. That's deep.
You plug the whole
Thing in,
phone charger there and then it works.
Cool. Is this plugged in anything right now?
That is the SCART box, so that's fine. The other thing is the PS2.
Alright, cool. Uh-oh. It's about to get real.
You can just push that closer to the wall.
It's the same thing, really. It's really the same thing. I don't think it makes it because you have the sub right there. I can't push it.
Oh.
No biggie.
I'm going to save again just so, in case I die, I'll have a closer save. This dude's going to jump out of nowhere. Can't activate the train due to insufficient power supply, so it's not the end, so I gotta figure that out. How do I get the train going? Oh, here we go. It's only saying all employees go to the platform over and over and over again. Uh-oh. Here we go. Oh, man. Whatever. I'm safe so I can go back. Oh, he's coming.
Oh, snap.
Oh, he's melted.
He's pissed.
Yeah.
He's like, you threw me into some lava, bitch? Oh!
Oh, yo, he's like the guy from Resident Evil 1!
Oh, he said he was ready. Yo, he's got some ass cheeks, too.
I swear I just equipped my grenade launcher. I just want to do it again, I don't care.
You weren't ready for that. Oh, he's just whooping your ass.
I haven't figured out... Woo.
Dang. Oh, that's like a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Right.
Look at that. You know what the thing that stands out, though? That Mr. X has a bigger ass than Claire. That's kind of disturbing. Ethan, you know what the actual worst thing about doing repairs for a game store is? When they accidentally buy an unsuspecting system and it's got bugs inside. I can deal with most things, but not dead bugs.
It's only happened to me a few times. One time somebody gave me a laptop to fix. They were like, here, fix my laptop. And so I need 2 open slots in order to carry the stuff. That'll turn into 1. But I can't carry, I need to ditch one thing. Either some bullets or some health. I'm thinking...
Well, you have a few tries to experiment and find what's best for you. If it's a dead spider or something in a Genesis, that's understandable. They're old. But a PS3 full of roaches, backwards compatible or not, I'm not touching it.
Yeah, I got inside the laptop, when I opened it up, 12 cockroaches ran out of it. They were all alive still. I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning killing cockroaches.
Holy.
And then I put it in like 50 bags and left it outside and then told the person about it. And they were just like, I just want my pictures off of it. They're like, I don't care about the laptop, just get my pictures. So I pulled the hard drive out and then threw everything else in the trash. It's horrible.
Imposter Zim, oh my god, this is happening. Michael, told you Aldo he choked.
I didn't know he was going to be just like a Tyrant from the first one. Like he had the exact same like...
Mom's spaghetti right there. What do you mean by that? You... Somebody, LOL. That joke was over my head, I'm sorry.
Eminem, 8 Mile, vomit on his sweater, Mom's spaghetti, something.
Really?
Yeah. It's an Eminem reference.
Well, I never would have known.
I don't get no rocket launcher this time. Oh, what is it doing?
Oh.
That's epic. Woo.
Oh. Heal.
What? I was out of range. Really?
Who's that?
It's Ada!
Oh! Oh, you're on danger. You're on danger. Heal. Oh, yeah, but still, well, you can't heal. Look at that souped up rocket launcher. Run! Lock on, baby.
You lose, big guy.
It's just like the first game. Look, multiple camera angles.
Just like the first one.
You lose, big guy. Ada! Yo, he's just smithereens.
Okay, so now I gotta go back to the... I gotta beat the game.
Ethan, I'm gonna have to bail, guys. School tomorrow morning. Good luck against this magma man with magnificent cheeks. Later, dudes.
Hopefully you just saw it.
Hopefully you saw it. But yes, Ethan, thank you for stopping
Thank you
by.
very much.
Have a good night and best of luck in school tomorrow. Hopefully you don't have any tests.
Thank you for watching. I'll see ya.
That line was so cringy. It's like they always have to have a one-liner. It's just unavoidable. Ada, wait!